Hello and welcome back to the Shifting Realms. We have had a lot of adventures, none more so than in the basements that we oftentimes frequent. Oftentimes, the most dangerous and exciting of locations are just feet beneath your feet.
I was so right.
Silas vindicated, validated in every shape and form, new friends gathered, yet unfortunately, we've also lost some friends along the way. Taken along by the Royal Guard of Archaeus, Lord Drukari has been escorted away. You all find yourself with this new information after a night of searching at the crossroads, at the high road of Archaeus. You learn a couple of things. You learn that maybe you weren't quite as safe as you anticipated, as you had hoped, as you had believed, as not only was the entirety of the inn, the Heart and the Hearth, run by Doppels, but they had also infiltrated the caravan itself. They have since dispatched of Toich. They believe that Toich is still alive somewhere, but if message is not received soon, well, if the agent has been disposed of, they might not keep Toich for that long. Castori has told you all that later this afternoon, it is time to leave. You all have the day to decide. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? How are you going to be traveling? And maybe most importantly, how are we going to begin to unpack some of the recent events, as certainly there's going to be a lot more in front of you as we travel across. Are you ready? What would you all like to be doing today?
All right, Karnath. Day 2.
I just figured that after all the recent events that maybe I don't actually have to be doing my training today.
Let's go for a walk.
Silas, you say such a nice thing, but I'm filled with dread whenever you say that.
Appropriate. No training to wed. I promise.
Well, a promise is a binding vow, so I guess I'll go with you then.
Sure.
He begins to walk with you.
Karnath and I go on a walk.
Silas and Karnath go on a walk. What else is happening?
Doctor, I was wondering if we could go over your
You're a
research. Do you mind if I call you doctor? Is that too informal?
No, that is the title that I have given myself so as to make myself appear more approachable to people.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I think it works really well. I was wondering if we could exchange notes. Mm-hmm. I'd love to hear about your research methods.
Absolutely.
Who's the most delicious, like whatever you have to share.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested. What?
I believe I owe you all a formal introduction.
Oh, in what better way? This is the good doctor.
Oh, Karnath, they're talking to somebody. Let's stop by there real quick.
My true name is Numuhukumaki Ailu Korth, but I do refer to myself as Dr. Korth. Mm-hmm. And I have adopted the guise in the clothing choices of fellow academics in the field. As you can see, the hat and the spectacles. My eyesight is perfect. I don't need these. In fact, they make it worse.
That's the first thing that you said that makes sense to me.
Good.
I think he does not understand the concept of an internal monologue.
Yes, I
No, in fact, most of my work is spoken word. While I do write it down, that is more for the convenience of others. I prefer to perform all of my research out loud. Would you like to hear about the great swinging axe that killed a family of 4?
Oh, would I?
Yes.
About that walk.
That's the end of it. That's what happened.
I'm pretty interested, Silas. Are you so we shouldn't go back and listen to them? I think he was talking about a swing set.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Let's go.
All right. I can't wait to listen to it. I hope it doesn't give me nightmares.
Your guise doesn't exactly work if you tell everyone it's a guise as soon as you meet them.
I will take a note of that. Thank you.
Oh, actually, if you're amenable...
Hi, guys.
Hello. If you're amenable to feedback, I have something I'd love to share with you. And Nim is going to hand over a really well-worn book that has just been used a lot. It's got tons of notes in it. It's got bookmarks, and it says elocution and pitch to make friends and influence people. It's like, I've really found that if you can just modulate the tone of your voice in quite a way, it can set people at ease. Or at least that was helpful for me in my research. And then turns to the page that's got with the phonetic scale of Kevin Kennedy! You hand it over.
Kennedy!
Thanks, yeah.
I actually have been attempting to do that. I'm mimicking the other academics I met. My normal vice is much more frightening to regular
Exactly.
people.
I really struggled with it. It's so hard to just find a pitch that doesn't send people running. You know? Like,
I
it's
agree.
just challenging.
I just want to talk, but when I speak in my more comfortable,
Oh, I feel so...
people tend to be worried.
Yeah.
I
Do
don't
you
know why.
think that you are the person to be giving advice to the doctor here?
I feel like we are in quite a similar position.
Are you a doctor?
Yes.
Why, yes, I am. Hello, Kennedy.
It's just a made-up title.
no,
All of them
What's
are.
on my
It
name?
appears to be an honorary degree.
Well, that's okay. Is that your name, though?
PhD.
Oh my goodness.
I don't
You
know
must
what
be
it
really
stands
smart.
for. But
Piled higher and deeper than.
I am Dr. Korth.
My name's Connie. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Conrad.
And there was an immediate pause as it looks like something has struck Karnath like an arrow to the heart. And they immediately look over to Icarus. What's going on in Icarus's mind right now?
She is looking for a break in the conversation so she can leave and go to her room. She's very sad. She's dressed in a pretty dress and she wants to be back in her regular clothes.
You watch as it looks like Karnath has taken an actual arrow to the heart, and he stops this conversation mid with you as you're mimicking the sound that he makes, and he runs over and grabs you around the midriff and gives you the tightest squeeze.
It appears he's attacking.
Hi, Karnath.
I can feel it. I'm so sorry.
He's emoting.
Oh, what happened?
I think I really fucked up.
Well, again, you were only gone for like 12 hours. We were looking. You couldn't be that bad. What happened?
She was perfectly safe the entire time, I assure you.
Yeah.
I was safe.
Double that.
You two were in the basement.
Yeah, but we made provisions. You know, we had someone.
I'm so
Who?
interested in your
Alvin
use of
steps
the
out
word
from behind you,
elven.
Oh,
How did you? What?
is that
Thanks,
true,
Alvin.
They were safe, yes.
I think I got Drew arrested.
Oh.
You didn't get Drew arrested. From what I gather, it's a gross overreaction to their incompetencies.
Real quick, Korth locks eyes with Alvin, and I don't know, Korth, I need you to please make an insight roll.
Oh, I'm actually good at those.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Because I made a deception check for Alvin, and he did very poorly.
16.
It is clear, whether you can interpret this how you want, but the information that I'm giving to you is immediately upon seeing you, Alvin is deducing your most, your essentially where he believes your vital organs to be and where your points of weakness are.
Just like look at my.
I also have that feature. That's crazy.
He says, thank you for confirming. As you look down at your vital organs. Continue, sorry.
Weak spots actually glow bright yellow.
No, it's not your fault. It's a gross overreaction to their inadequacy.
Taliesin is Drew's friend.
Well then, if they're friends, it shouldn't be that big of a problem.
He's nobility. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Friends can make it a little complicated. I don't think this is on you.
Do you want me to go talk to them? Figure out what the actual plan is there?
Well, I know Drew's plan, or at least what it was going to be.
Which was?
To show them that it wasn't our fault.
You can still do that. You know, I mean, what, Taliesin saw a pile of dead doppelgangers. It'll probably really bolster our "it was doppelgangers" argument.
Yes,
but he
and
really slapped handcuffs on Drew.
well, let's think about this. If they were really concerned about the danger of it all, I mean, we're all here. We're not hiding. None of us have been confronted.
That's honestly a little strange, Silas. You're absolutely right.
It is a good point. We should be wary.
And you are the one accused, and you were right there with him when they arrested him.
That's what I'm saying. I think
No, this doesn't add up at all.
No, this is actually really quite weird.
No. What?
No, yes, no.
Are we sure that this is an actual escort?
I think we should take it very seriously that it is not.
Should we perhaps just, do a light moonbeam?
No, but
Just like
does anyone have one of those trinkets?
My ring wasn't going off around any of the soldiers or the or the power armor.
So that's good.
Yeah. But why aren't we being arrested? I've asked myself that many times, but in this context, it's very valid.
I've never. Yeah. No,
It's pretty
fair,
fun.
yeah.
I mean, it's not. Yeah.
it didn't look very fun.
I'm sure you have
Not for
a
true.
storied past.
Thank you.
No, that drives me to action. We should approach them and get some answers for ourselves, at least. Doctor, you're more than welcome to join us. I don't know if you have any other companions that were captured with you.
Can you kill people?
What? Yes, of course.
You should have seen the claws.
Many times not on purpose.
That sounds good.
He's
Reevaluate.
learning.
I would love to join you. I think
is
you are
the
the
way.
most interesting meat I've met so far.
Thank you. Hey, now listen, while we're talking, we should talk publishing. I want to know what your publishing and distribution strategies are.
We're all independent.
What is your
Word of mouth, mine.
Oh, no.
I'm hoping to bring it back to my tribe, Jank.
Oh. Listen, we gotta talk. That's gonna. I know some people. I can hook you up.
Let's
would
do
be
an order of
brilliant.
operations.
Also,
We have a few hours before the caravan sets off. We haven't come to an agreement yet from our previous conversation. If anybody's thought more about it,
Well, we can't leave the caravan.
What previous conversation?
whether we're going to keep traveling with them or not.
Oh,
Frankly, it's not safe.
I agree, and as I've been thinking about it, I feel that I should be as honest with all of you as I can, given that there are many things that are unknowable to me, but I will not be captured. I cannot be captured. I will not allow it to happen.
Again.
Carnath speaks up.
That's a really weird thing to say because I'm pretty sure you were locked in my basement.
That's, yeah.
Yes, that's
Oh, you
precisely
as
what I
well.
mean. I cannot allow...
Kindred spirit.
It was...
Now I see it.
I cannot allow that to happen again. If I were to fall into the wrong hands, someone like Arden, who is actively seeking me out, these doppelgangers, perhaps another pack of dwarves, I cannot allow it to happen.
would you like help?
It depends on what it is.
killing.
I am an expert on dwarves.
I have nothing
Small
against
meat.
dwarves. My captors in his basement happen to be dwarves.
They were terrible renters.
Suffice to say, my vote is that we leave the caravan and strike out on our own.
It's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about on our walk, Garnath.
Hold on, am I misunderstanding something? But we got a whole bunch of friends that we could be traveling with, and you all want to not go with our friends?
Karnath,
How interesting.
every step that we make on this journey is dangerous. Us staying here puts us and them in danger.
I don't know. If I learned anything from Port Haven, I think that being alive sometimes is dangerous. But the small joys is being around people that you love and care about.
And when they're gone,
Which is why I would want you to come with us.
I understand.
Well, this is an interesting turn of events. I thought you were leaving me for a second. But I am instantly more amenable to this conversation now.
Karnath, as closest thing as I have to a friend. So yes, I would want you to come with us as well.
You used to live in my basement, Enoch. Of course I'll go where you want to go.
You guys are basically like roommates.
My standing in this group is very low right now, so I could use the increase in morale that you would provide.
Karnath walks over to you, puts a hand, and for the first time, actually leaving Icarus, has just been turning their head, looking around, and places a hand, kind of like on your upper thigh, essentially, and says,
Enoch, you're one of the tallest people in this party.
it's true.
Thank you.
You were talking about your stature.
Yes, you're one of the smallest. Are we making observations?
I was just trying to help you, Enoch.
Oh, thank you.
2 on our order of events.
Can I ask one clarifying question? Are you all in love with each other?
No.
I hand him an extra mask just in case.
I am.
Oh.
I love all these people.
Ah, this makes more sense now. I see why your bond puts yourselves in danger on purpose for each other's benefit. Very interesting.
That's why.
Yes.
You seem to have formed some kind of bond in a basement. I fear that I did not meet the same requirements with my roommates.
Did you kill anybody in the basement?
No, but they offered.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what started this whole thing.
It's not as good a sign as you think it is a lot of the time. You're like, wow, we're really getting on, and then it's like, oh, they were so scared.
We're losing daylight, please.
Yes, but
For a second.
before you
1.75, sure.
Yes.
Sure.
This is very important. I feel you agree with me. Despite what Nim says, we don't eat people, and I feel like we need to make that explicit.
Did we need to make that explicit?
I think so,
Well, I'm glad that it's explicit.
based on some of the comments our new friend here has made.
Did I miss something?
Oh, I don't think you're in love with me.
No. All right. Second order of business.
I think he is a little bit, though.
No, I'm right off track now. Dr. Korth, are you interested in the consumption of sentient meat?
Secondarily, to the study of them. But
It's
typically in that order.
Listen.
I'd like to use predator senses.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
The lizard folk Listen, the lizard folk of Kyloros have a little different mindset. They don't. One of the most baffling things about other cultures is the practice of burying or burning the dead. They see it as a waste of good meat. They generally only eat people after they expire of natural causes.
Exactly. Very well spoken.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time with your folk.
All meat is
Genuinely.
really sentient
Thank you,
anyway.
Jabbar.
All things considered, that's an extremely ethical position to take.
I quite agree.
Yes, please lecture us on ethics.
I'm prepared to lecture on a great many topics.
Order 2.
I think this
Back
is
on
going
track.
well.
I do love you, I think. I've only known you for a little bit of time, but you seem like a kind Thor.
Then we are friends.
Can I give you a hug?
I'm going to send Nim loose on all of you.
I mean, oh no, Silas, you must be
mimics
having
you.
a hard time.
Okay, so we've decided we're staying with the caravan.
No,
Talk, folks.
we haven't. Fine, let's solve this now. A little
Childlike
ways
combat.
away from everyone. If
Alvin
that's
steps
all
back
right.
into the shadows.
Sounds like you're saying goodbye to Raya.
No, that's not. And I think Jabanu turns red as you sort of bullseyed exactly why he wants to stay with the caravan. No, I've got very rational, very different, independent, logical reasons.
Well, please enumerate them for us.
Well, safety in numbers, right?
Okay, that's a
Except for the ones that are apparently doppelgangers.
Well, where are y'all gonna sleep? I mean, all those wagons.
And then the doppelgangers can kill us when we're sleeping.
You've that perfectly lovely.
In your
Wagon?
What if Raya's
decades
a doppelganger?
and decades of travel, Jabanu, are you always accompanied?
Well, I used to be back when I was in, for the first 100 or so years of my life. I traveled in the family caravan. you know,
Right.
on our migration routes, and then I was alone for a long time. A really long time, until I met you guys, and then I was in a caravan again.
I've done most of my traveling alone. And I can work with a smaller group, but
I've done
Once
most of my
again.
traveling with Drew.
that's order 2, which we'll get to
Garnet's
momentarily.
still holding on to you, Dr. Korth.
All right, well, Iris, what do you want to do? Because if you stay with the caravan, I'll stay with you.
That's a wonderful use of displacement of responsibility.
You stop being a bad
I just
influence.
want to do
sorry.
whatever Silas says.
Why?
Why? It's the first time I've ever heard you agree with me.
I guess I don't have a reason.
Okay.
What?
Then that's 3. Right, Jabana?
I think he's trying to do like the he's trying to logic his way out of this. His 10 int. Wait. No.
Wait, Team Dum Dum.
Falling apart. Well, you're just sad because you got separated from the person you love?
That is not the only reason
Don't
that I'm
worry.
sad.
There's a lot of them here. Still. Sorry. I'm just...
I didn't know you.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm just making observations.
That's just the 3rd time. Already. First Kennedy, then Icarus.
Look,
We're going to get them back.
We'll meet back up with Icarus. At least we have a heading there. We have a rough idea of where Kennedy is, but
And the caravan's going a different direction.
exactly, it's not crossing continents anytime soon. We have a few months, which is important because we only have a handful of months until this whole thing's over. Everything comes crumbling down, unless we figure out. And I'm gonna shoot a glance over at Karnath.
He's got his
Where?
face buried in Dr. Korth's gut.
Exactly, we all need to go.
The bird can take us.
Like right now?
Well, it's a baby.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of people here, and I think it's been very clear to the majority of us. There are many distractions from our goals as well. There's nothing wrong with these people. I've come to care for them. Maybe not as personally as a few of you.
I'm agreeing with you, Les.
Distractions.
If you really want to help them, you know what you have to do.
Wow, I guess you did learn some things from your teacher. But I do agree. And I
Really?
don't know if that's any consolation.
Well, you really think we can win? You think we're gonna go and actually beat that guy with his shadowy death rock? You know, I mean,
If we
Or just meat.
I'm starting to think maybe we should use these last couple of years to try to enjoy what little time we have left with the people we love.
So these stories that you write about your heroes going and traveling the world, doing good deeds, saving the day, it all just ends with curling up in a ball and waiting for it all to be over?
Oh.
There's stories that I sell to children.
Children who will never grow old.
I'm writing that down.
Well, not those stories.
Oh, okay.
I have
That's
two
wondering.
different.
Fantastic. It's good to
Children who will never grow old, Jabana.
Well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go kill that big bird? You know, kill Arden, who
If I
puppeted
have
us
to,
around?
yes.
Yeah, we were puppets in his hands.
And next time, we'll be
We'll
ready.
be stronger.
It is true that the odds of our success currently are extremely low. However, while our chance of success is very remote, it is the only chance we have. And we will not succeed if we do not do so together.
Jabano, I think that you and I just need to bottle everything up inside.
I find that works quite well.
Yeah, I would concur.
I
honestly.
agree.
I don't know if this is really again.
Karnab pushes himself away from you in the middle of this conversation. And he's like,
What is wrong with all of you? You stop listening to each other. You stop caring about each other. Jabano's obviously very sad that he's going to be leaving the Raya. Individuals are pointing fingers. I know what you. I can see inside your heart, Jabano.
I think he can. He does that weird eye thing.
I don't know what you're talking about that. But what I'm trying to say is that it's really hard. You're faced with an impossible dilemma. I'm trying to save the world. That's ridiculous. We came up with that plan in my basement.
It was the bar, but yeah.
What is a basement but a bar? What is a bar but a basement?
You know
You
what?
got me talking in circles now, Silas. Listen to me.
It's your tavern. Name things whatever you want.
and you say that, you watch as he clutches one of the necklaces on around his neck.
Have you all really not? You get a bye because you're pretty new to the party, so you can check out for a couple of minutes if you want. But I'm gonna lecture them real quick.
Well, hold on. They're not part of the party. We have to have.
Well, I love them. I've already said it.
We made Ajax fill out that form.
We'll get to your paperwork eventually. Listen to what I'm trying to
Can
say.
you make it not so, like, why was it 18 pages?
I let Enoch write it.
Yes. Byline B, you will find.
There was a lot of subtext.
It was one space, single spaced, 18 pages, front and back, Times New Roman, 11 font.
I didn't read that thing.
11?
11.
10.5 to
You read
25.
it.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
If
said.
you all haven't learned anything from the time that we have spent together, if it doesn't matter what your individual personal goals are, the things that are trying to pull you away from each other, but what matters if you sticking together. Think about everything that went wrong whenever we were back in Port Haven. Every single time you all split up, went on and doing your own little things. Terrible things happen. We have people that we are missing. People that I care about that is gone. I think we need to be finding them as fast as we possibly can. And if that means that we have to say goodbye to a couple of people that we have come to care about quite a bit in recent weeks, then I don't.
You watch as he gets choked up as he's looking at Jabanu. As if the concept of your feelings and your emotional plight is affecting him, only you're choosing not to express it through tears, but he is.
No, no.
Hashtag empath.
Don't you start crying, you're gonna make me cry.
Give me a second.
We have Enoch's logical reason and Karnath's emotional. I'm right. We need to leave.
All I'm saying is that the people that we got right about here, again, you're pretty new, but you can stick around if you want.
Till Icarus is back. Then you're out.
That's a really weird thing to say, but I think that will be exactly what happens.
This also involves, I assume, leaving you behind, Ajax. It's your family as well, so I don't mean to oust you, but it's your call.
Well,
Do you have any flaws with this
I'm
plan?
going with you. Have
That's
you
good.
met yourselves? You're like magnets for danger.
Is it okay to say
if-
that I'm glad?
If I
Oh,
I know
glad
exactly
that you
why you're
are.
glad. You're more of the magnet for danger, and the danger's, I don't know why you keep standing next to him.
I try to
I
stand
don't know.
away.
I'm like, she follows me, man.
But like at a respectful distance, because I did make a deal.
You've been sniffing.
It's not my fault, Silas.
In a roundabout way, you bring
5
up.
feet that way.
Okay.
In a roundabout way, you bring up another good point. Icarus, Ajax. looking at my picture that I
Would you stop turning into Icarus? It throws all of us off.
We are more.
We miss him.
It's funny.
We are more of a danger to ourselves and to the people around us. Look at
Again,
what Nim did to you.
Again, speak for yourselves.
Look at what I have done.
Let's look at that really closely.
But not right now. We can contain that to this group. It'll probably benefit everyone in the caravan as well.
Enoch, when you say what you've done, are you talking about what you did 1,000 years ago?
What he did is what I mean.
Can I be so honest with you?
Yes.
Do it. Do it, Ajax.
You're going
Get
to
real
do
with
it.
them.
You're going to do it anyway.
I wasn't alive back then, so I don't care. All I've seen is you be a friend and a protector.
I agree with Ajax.
5 more feet.
10.
And Enoch just grows silent.
If I may impart some wisdom on my own experiences, apart from you all, of course, I too had to leave behind my tribe and venture out on my own, leaving behind people I cared about. And it resulted in new perspectives and worldviews that, being sheltered from by others who had more experience, would have prevented me from learning.
It also got you caught in a basement.
I was there on research purposes, purely of my own volition.
All right.
All right, we'll put it to a vote then, and then put this matter to rest. I won't argue either way. Who amongst you wants to stay?
Much as Karnath raises his hand.
I want to stay with all of you.
You get one vote. Stay with the caravan.
Oh, okay. You gotta be clear, Thyleth.
I'm clarifying.
Yeah,
Thank
Toronto
you.
raises his hand.
Shibano, I can't make you do anything. I've tried. It's been months. But it seems like the rest of us do plan on going, and Karnath is right. We're stronger together. If you choose to stay, that's your choice.
It's not. And I'm gonna stand up and walk away, and I'll be like, I'm going with you. All right. See you guys later. When are we leaving? Tonight? Tomorrow morning?
And Silas will pause for a second. Tomorrow's fine.
All right. See you tomorrow morning. And then he's gonna stalk off.
So I've got like 2 more things, but yeah, that's,
He's gonna.
We'll figure it out.
He's gonna slowly come back.
I'm gonna respectfully like not acknowledge that.
Sit down in a huff.
Now that possibly our biggest order of business is out of the way, the next one is, do we feel comfortable letting Lord Esther's leave like this? I think we should stop by and just put any more of our concerns to rest.
I think we should do it delicately, because I'm a little worried that we just could exacerbate the situation. But I do have some questions about why him. I wish Icarus was here, because this just feels like high house shenanigans.
Alvin steps forward
Oh, Alvin.
from a shadow.
Oh,
Wow.
what did you vote?
I vote whatever my lord has voted.
It's the logical thing to leave the caravan.
All right, well, sure, I think that's a fair assessment.
Mhm.
I won't lead anything, but I'll be there, observing for myself, maybe doing some research. Drew, Lord Esther's, is Lord Esther's at this point in time. That's why him.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He shoulders all responsibility for House Stormwife.
Yes. Does that match your thought as well? Does this, Alvin, does this feel like...
What's the specific question that you have? I'm more than happy to lend my services, just as I have lended them to Icarus in the past.
Wonderful. All right. So this is the conundrum. So right now, we are the ones accused. Lord Esters is going to answer. So I'm just wondering, is this really a matter of guilt, or is this a matter of catching House Stormwave?
There is a little bit of a wry smile.
Yeah.
It has been my understanding that the high houses are oftentimes playing multi-dimensional board games of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
What is currently in play, what we see, we are 2 to 3 steps behind. It seems more likely that they are making a move against House Stormwave than they are to any of you.
Yes.
Yeah, and how Stormwave is weak without its spear, without its trident.
Yep, and it's just gone through a massive transition.
I realize now that in the brevity of my report about what I located as I was doing some reconnaissance last evening.
Thank you, Alvin.
You're welcome. It seems that some things may have gone over a majority of your heads. The individual who Lord Jukari Esters is friends with is Taliesin Sans. Does that name not mean anything to any of you?
No.
I don't mean to be pejorative. Everyone make a history check.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to.
3.
The base DC for this is 12. The little bit more relevant DC is 17.
Okay.
Those of you that beat it at a 12, it's a remarkably on the nose and honestly a poorly written last name. It's the equivalent of Jon Snow, Bastards in the North, having the name Snow as a last name. The last name Sans, S-A-H-N-S, is a play on without. This is an individual that has given up a title of something. They've given up a family name in order to hold on to maybe a different type of role or responsibility. They've given up all the accolades, fame, and power that come with a noble line in order to pursue a different path, we'll say. Those of you that beat 17, how many of you?
Surprisingly, I did.
Okay. Well, Taliesin Sans, regardless of how you heard about this or where you learned about this information from, maybe talking with Drew, maybe
Last
just from
night.
conversations with Alvin or with Icarus, Taliesin's last name previously was Pendrelin.
Oh, snacks. That's some kind of ice beast.
So true. They're the high sovereigns of Archaeith and essentially the ruling noble line of the entirety of the realm of Eldoray, which is the conglomeracy that is the high noble houses.
Thank you for that explanation, Alvin.
You're welcome.
Interesting.
Oh, I met that guy.
Yeah, very tall. You were going to kill him.
So why was he being such a dick to Drew?
A lot of this is my interpretation, so please take this with a grain of salt here. I imagine that Taliesin volunteered for this role because they were friends. He's bound by duty of his station to collect Lord Jukari Esters and bring him back, and he wanted him to see a kind face when he did so. To be quite honest, the fact that he was not clapped into irons the moment that we arrived was shocking to me. I imagine that they were remarkably fearful when they realized that the lacks in their operating procedures allowed for a sojourn.
Well, if the houses are turning on each other and squabbling, that's by Arden's design. So it's easier to rob them and do what he wants. I wouldn't be surprised if Pendrelin had some doppelgangers up in there too.
I will say one other thing that's important for you all to know. In taking the last name of Sans, they have also essentially been disowned and disavowed from the house itself. Now, regardless of how your characters would interpret that, but the political lineage and line, they would have been scrubbed from the royal records of having been born to that house and that family. So they have no further connection, nothing else there. Granted, like I said, you all can interpret that however you want, but House Pendrelin would have been the one who requested it, and House Pendrelin would have been the ones that requested that Lord Jukari be brought to Archaeith, as you all are already aware of. Taliesin, acting just as a lieutenant, volunteered for the order. It probably didn't even come directly from House Pendulin. It probably would have been sent to the guards themselves, and they would have asked, all right, which one of you wants to take this? And Taliesin took it. So, just trying to build a little bit of a distinction there, because that's not maybe a direct political ploy. There could be many things happening behind the scenes, though.
Yeah.
Is that satisfactory to the rest of you then? It makes sense.
Yeah.
Moving on to the last thing that I have is we really need a heading.
I could locate Kennedy's whereabouts, but I can only do it once, and I could never do it again, and I would lose even this last shred of connection with him. So that's fine. But I just want to, make sure we do it at the right time or whatever, so it's not wasted like every. Yes.
Let's
You're
save
right.
that for when we find Icarus again.
That's,
Good idea.
I'm not sure, and I'm going to bring out the vial that is black, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure how much time we'll have, but I do think it is perhaps best if we are at full strength.
Can I see that?
Is that like a clock?
Ish. Certainly got a beat. Mm-hmm.
Can I interpret where along we are?
Sure. Make me. I know you have lore like monster ecology.
Mhm.
Give me a check, please. Give me a lore
Sure.
check. You'll get it no matter what, but I want to see if I can give you some other juicy tidbits.
So that will be a 10. I rolled remarkably poorly.
Okay.
If only I had like a bard over here. Or
It's interesting because you're thinking in a very like, okay, it's a spectrum. It's moving from incomplete to complete status. Eventually, this is going to be fully consumed. What point of the timeline are we on? With a 10, remarkably mid-roll, you realize that it almost seems like it's in a forced stasis. It very much seems like something is preventing it from fully turning.
like similarly to
To what?
Say it.
similarly to like other scourge infections that are helpful to me specifically. Mine.
It would make so much it would make so much sense with a 10 for your mind to go there.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would say is it almost looks there's something brutal and grotesque about the way that slayers fight off the scourge and become scourge-bound slayers themselves. This looks too clean and too clinical. It looks like it is a perfect balance between the two humors, if you will.
I'm gonna hand it back to them.
Thank you.
I'm not quite sure how, but it's at least not getting worse.
Really?
Maybe the doctor can help.
Nope.
He's not that kind of doctor.
Oh.
And that's again, I'm not sure how.
Interesting. Well, that gives me a bit of hope.
Our heading, I was more referring to something that Karnath specifically could assist with.
Oh.
We are looking for very specific
That's right.
things that I would love to discuss openly. Tomorrow, maybe a half-day journey.
Well, I'm gonna go change my clothes. Bye, everyone.
I'm hungry. I'm leaving.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna storm off.
You announce it.
I'm hungry, so I'll just see myself out by Ajax, whatever.
Just a snack.
It
I'm
sounds
not
like
staying.
sounds like the party is dispersing. Okay, going your separate ways for your respective afternoons and evenings. You've made a lot of headway here. Now, I want to summarize at least what I know to be true. So far, it does sound like the party plans on traveling without the caravan. Before you leave, you want to get some type of confirmation about what's going on with Taliesin before they take off. And that would need to happen relatively soon. So I'll take care of that for you all kind of just above board. As you all are going to be leaving, I'll need to do some basic some calculations here. You will be able to travel faster than going with the major caravan. We'll do some rolls to see what that's actually going to look like. But here's the challenging part. You still need to follow the main roads, right? The high roads for as long as you can. If you're going to be taking Ramshackle and going separately, it's not like you're going to be able to just like randomly travel through the woods, which most of Viridia is covered in forest, except for the major highways, if you will, that carve through them. So you'll be faster, but you will, for the most part, be on the exact same path that the caravan was planning on taking, just like maybe a couple of days in front of them. And granted, they may alter their plan because of recent events. So there could be some boons as to what you all have decided anyway. Who knows? It may have taken 80 days instead of 60 days because of some recent events. I get that. What we're going to do, to kind of make a long story short, you all already have the list of locations that I've provided. So as we kind of go in, we will stop and you all will tell me which place you want to actually spend time and focus on and which places you want to skip and pass over. We'll do it leg by leg by leg of the journey. And whenever there's a place that you all want to stop at, we'll pan in and we'll do a little bit of improvisational storytelling. Sound good?
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right. So for this afternoon and this evening, I will give this to you for free, that the group of individuals that are going to check and have a conversation with Taliesin, you all would be stopped by any guards. They would not let you inside to see Taliesin, nor would they let you see Lord Yukari Esters. They're in the process of picking up and packing up and getting ready to head out as soon as possible. When pushed for any, I can imagine this party especially being like, do you know who we are? Like, what?
What if Castori's with us?
If Castori was with you, that's completely fine as well. There would definitely be some like, what's your plan? What's going on? Help us understand. Like, we've got some questions, but we also we want to play coy a little bit. We don't want to be like, why haven't you arrested us? But also, why haven't you arrested us type of thing. The guards would say the same thing over and over to you all. And even if Castori is here, as he is now, Lord, actually they wouldn't say Lord, they would say Lieutenant Taliesin has explicitly told us that our only directive was to bring in Lord Yukari Esters. There anyone who you can make insights who, for the people who are there, I don't care. Every single one of you would realize and recognize that they know who you are. They know who you are. They recognize you from posters. They know exactly where you are located, and they know that you've been here the entire time. And they say over and over again that their commanding officer has explicitly told them that they are only here to pick up Lord Yukari Esters.
And we are not allowed to talk to them.
Absolutely not.
Not the lieutenant.
Not the lieutenant.
Speak
No
to the manager.
No doppel detectors seem to be going off at this time. Castori would be a little bit on edge about that as well if you brought him into that loop as well. Yeah. And you probably get the vibe, essentially, if you had a conversation with Alvin even afterwards, that any courtesy that they had been willing to extend had been used up in the possibility of them having lost Lord Yukari Esters the night prior.
See? I told you I fucked up.
Carlos, he fucked up, if anyone fucked up. You did nothing wrong. Also, he is an adult. He is a lord. He needs to be making responsibility. He needs to be making decisions. This is not on you. This is on him, if it's on anyone. And honestly, I think he made the right call. So what if he got cast in irons? Everyone who's interesting gets cast in irons at least once. For something you believe in?
Oh.
Yeah.
I've had a few lovers arrested. It's par for the course.
Exactly.
You're
No.
Happened to me.
You're very much advocating for taking responsibility for one's own actions right now.
In a manner of speaking, for
Yeah,
others.
your manner of speaking.
Yes.
I do as
All
I
right.
say. Beautiful. So that's, do you have something else?
Why are we
I was going to say,
playing
if we're doing some more RP tonight, I would like to say goodbye to Raya.
We will have an opportunity to do that, but I'm going to close up that you get that information from the guards from Archaea as to what's been going on and what's been happening. Now, for this evening, this is the last opportunity. I don't want to get super in-depth with all the possibility of farewells, but I will say, as you all need to have a conversation with Castori and explain that the plan has been made, this is what you learn. You would learn that, obviously, Lord Horatio and Kintara are going to be also traveling with the guards to Archaea.
Excellent.
That's where they were always planning. Delphin and Durza are going to continue with the main caravan. They're on their way to Elder Tree. They have essentially an opportunity from the elves to stay there in respite until their time is up, essentially. Alvin obviously is coming with you all. Karnath obviously coming with you all as well. But all of the other important named NPCs from the caravan are continuing on with the caravan. Castori would explain the following. Castori would tell you all that based on the events that have happened over the past 10, 12, 14 hours, he's going to be changing some of the processes and practices of the caravan. And he would tell you that this is probably a good decision for you all given your timeline, because they're going to be moving much slower than previous. And they're going to be clearing every city to their fullest extent, as they are going to be also searching for Toich. Their theory is that if Toich was taken recently, can't be terribly far away, so they're going to hit some of the nearest settlements and nearest villages. I don't think that they would fight too much, and it would be clear to see that this is a very different Castori than the Castori who is maybe rowdy, rambunctious, wearing a boa on a stage, doing a fish mother play. Oh. This is someone who has made a mistake as a leader and is now going to possibly overcorrect to rectify the issue.
You gotta go one way or the other. Would it be possible, because I talked to Toich before and after we left, and I was in close proximity to him both times, would it be possible, did I notice any slight change in smell? Okay, great.
Oh, or perception.
Or could I sell you on history? Okay, it's totally cool if not, because it happened in the past, and that's all. It's just like, one of those things.
You got a lot of past.
I got a lot of past. Okay, or investigation? Okay, perception is fine. Okay. Perception is great. I'll take it.
Any intelligence-based skill?
Oh, yeah, for reals. Anything that's not wisdom. Okay. It's not great. It does not beat my passive at all.
What is your passive?
My passive is 15.
Passive is 15. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I will give it to you with an active roll and relying on your passive that you can't be certain.
Okay.
But you think that there was a difference between their aroma the first time versus the second time that you connected with them.
I share that with Castori to confirm that there is reason for hope.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. That will change where they go and how hard they hit the next 100 miles, essentially.
My bud. Okay.
It's like a parting request for Castori.
Yeah.
The group of us that are leaving, if it's possible that he could find X number of people that he is now totally clear are not Doppels, and continue that ruse that they had held up for a little bit while we travel separately.
They'd gladly do it.
Since they're going to stop by all these other places.
They would gladly do that. That's a very good add. It's a very good addition. It's going to complicate things for the betterment for you all. So that's beautiful. That's great. Gladly. Any other asks? You want to say farewell to Raya?
I do.
What does that look like for you?
Before you go,
may
I offer, just casually, Nim's got an uncomfortableness in her. I think she thinks it's indigestion, but she's gonna do something. Just, Jabano, I know that you seem sad, and you fed me when I was hungry. I have a network of people, so I'm sure if Raya wanted to send letters ahead to you, at brothels, obviously.
Right, you've talked about that a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Right, I know it comes up in conversation around the campfire a ton. It's just
somewhat unofficially, but yeah.
What brothels? Let me sit.
Yeah, weird flex, but
that's what the mask was for.
So just exactly. So if
it lives inside you now.
So if you wanted, she could correspond with you, since we will be following basically the same Pathline, and I know you have the cryptograms, but if you want to exchange more than like a word, that's available to you if you wanted. Okay, great, bye. And then
That'd be nice. Oh. Goodbye.
Bat.
Cloud of mist. Yeah.
Oh, what a weird vampire. All right.
What's it look like
Yeah.
for you?
I'm gonna go knock on her tent.
You're gonna go knock on her tent.
Knock, knock, knock.
That's what the youth are calling it. Yeah.
Which is more like fluff, 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 kind of
Oh.
canvassy tent noises.
She will tell you to come in.
Hey, so I got something kind of serious to talk about.
Oh, so we're getting serious now, are we?
Well, I actually really wanted to, yeah. I know I never said it much, but hypothetical, if we were to leave the caravan, would you possibly think about traveling with us?
She kind of sits up. She gets up.
I mean,
She walks over towards you.
I mean, you know, this caravan, it's about to get like batshit anyway, right? Like Story, you know, I think he's about to be a lot less fun. You know, you're not a changeling. They're going to be doing some hardcore changeling stuff. I mean, we're going to save the world. So, you know, your knife throwing skills.
She's come closer to you than she needs to be.
Right,
as you're
right,
continuing on with your, yeah, but have you considered this? It's going to suck here.
Yeah,
I'm awesome.
I-
This is going to be great. She says, why are you making this harder than it needs to be?
Because I really, really like you.
It seems like you've already made a decision that just because we're not in the same place that we can't be together. Is
Well-
that what you want, Jabanu?
No, but I mean, listen, I don't know if I know I've kind of hinted at it, but the world is
It
gonna
came
end.
up in the hole, yes.
Well, the world is going to end in like 2.5 years, and I was hoping to spend that a good portion of that with you, at least. I mean, long distance is tough when world's ending.
Long distance is tough when the world's ending. But, Jabanu, so is anything long term.
Yeah.
I'm not playing the short game with Castori. I believe in what he's doing.
Yeah, so I guess you don't want to come with us, huh?
Oh, you misinterpret. I very much do. But I won't.
Yeah. I get it. I'd stay with you guys, but the goddess of dreams would poof me away.
I've heard a lot of excuses, and I've never heard that one.
Yeah, she's kind of like my boss, you know.
She mulls it over. And you watch as she heads over and starts to rifle through a small chest that she has. And you watch as she pulls out a silver hand mirror. And she brings it over and she passes it to you.
Oh. What's this?
Right now you see yourself.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I'm looking at it. Hello.
And you watch, she essentially has a little vanity set up in her tent as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as she goes over to the vanity, and as she sits down in front of it and then taps on the glass, you watch as there is this warbling, almost like liquid mercury effect on the handheld silver mirror that you have, and you can see her sitting in front of the vanity.
No way. I'm looking back and forth. Wait a minute, what happens if I face it like the, you know?
It begins an infinite pool of
Wow.
It feels like reality is fracturing. Does anyone else get that sensation?
No.
Well, I can see how this will make it a lot easier.
If you come into my tent dealing in ultimate solutions without thinking that there might be an interim solution, you're only going to see heartache, Jabanu.
I always see heartache. Well, not leaving till morning.
Then close that flap.
Fade to black.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
Everything is intentional.
Flaps.
I just keep hearing these yelps on
I think
patrol.
it's Jabon.
I think every time it is.
Oh, that's true.
No, it's not like that. It's more like a.
Is there anything else that you all need before we prepare to hit the road?
Is there any livestock?
There's a goat.
Oh, wait, Miza?
Giovanni's not here right now.
I'll attempt. I'll go like disappear and hunt for a while and try and come back with some random animals.
Make me a survival check, please.
Okay. I'm gonna guidance myself too. Survival.
Of all the skills in D&D,
20.
I wish that one was real.
20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or
Whatever you were searching for, whatever you were searching
I want
for,
a goat.
there is, you know what?
I want a wild goat.
Strangely enough, there was a goat tethered to a spike in the ground in a small clearing.
That's not wild.
Not
that
ter-
sounds very domesticated. to me.
Terribly nearby.
I want to kill a non-Miza goat.
It's not Miza.
Okay.
It's not Miza.
I'll bring it back. Okay, dead.
Okay.
Just over my shoulder, and I'm just gonna wherever everybody else is. I'm just gonna sit down and just start eating it.
Did you go kill that?
Oh, don't let Jabano see you.
My God.
How did you?
Found it.
Was it just like a quick?
Mm-mm.
Then no, I don't want it.
That kind of brings up a good point.
Still alive.
Remember the last time we followed Violetta into the woods and nobody had any sort of supplies with them?
Oh, yes. We have time now. That's an excellent thought.
Yeah, maybe we should get some supplies and put them in a ramshackle.
I think that's
I've
a
already
brilliant
taken
idea.
care of it.
Oh,
Great work, Silas.
Pip somehow kicks open the door to ramshackle.
whoa, thanks, Pip.
When I'm done, I'm gonna turn the bones into weapons.
Does Court say that, or do you just when I'm done?
That was really cool what you did with your accent.
As you're like sharpening that long bone into a shank, Enoch is just.
I've never thought of that.
Oh,
It's a gun.
wait,
He shoots fingers.
hold on. This has never come up. Can I help?
I just hand you half the carcass.
I pull out from my bag scrimshaw tools.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, man. I want to make my bone gun.
I'm gonna engrave it.
But yeah, that's just something I do.
That's just something I do, he says.
Yeah, for when we're traveling, I'll just have like extra weapons if anyone needs anything.
That's awesome. Now, I'm sure that there's other things, but you all have the important information. I will say that if you make a choice for me real quick, if Castori were to offer you a second wagon, would you take it?
Ramshackle's magical and can move faster,
Whatever
right?
happened to Alvin's?
Oh yeah, that's
Did we just leave that behind? I assume.
It would have. It's part of the caravan. That's kind of what I'm getting at
I
here.
feel
We
like
just
we
take
should.
it. We have
yeah,
a
we
lot of
should-
people now.
Yeah, I think we should bring.
Yeah, we can sell
We
it or
take it,
abandon it.
and we
Yeah.
will like go over it.
Yeah.
To make sure that there's nothing weird or magical. If you can.
The Steel Defender can pull this wagon.
There we go. They
son.
would have offered an opportunity,
He's
but
not a child.
that's another great option. So I just wanted to check, because it would be tight and awkward at times with just ramshackle, but this is a good opportunity for you to use the second one. You have different modes of travel. It's helpful because, and that nasty DM thing to say, if you all wanted to fit inside ramshackle, you probably have to leave all the treasure.
Yeah, I think we should bring two
And the
wagons.
baby bird.
Two wagons for sure.
Yeah, two wagons
Two's
definitely.
better. Treasure wagon and
Yeah,
people
uh-huh.
wagon.
Yeah.
Nobody here has like extra dimensional pockets on them.
I can turn
Well,
into a bear.
Slaps the
I
trunk
can
of
fit
your
things
son.
into my lunchbox. Small things.
Like how many small things?
I've never counted.
Science time. Hold on. I'm just gonna pull out piles of coins.
Six.
Yeah,
It's like a little
as
coin
long as you
purse.
a handful by a handful.
Yep. Lots. Turns out.
Oh, we can have a treasure wagon.
I won't do that. I just had the most devious temptation, but I'm fighting my own demons over here.
Flip a coin.
Fight them.
We'll need the big
Do it.
wagon because our baby
No,
is
don't do it.
growing.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, we should take both wagons for sure. Just
So we're taking both wagons. There's be a little bit uncomfortable. Some people will be sleeping on treasure.
Oh no.
I'm very fine.
Yeah.
Call to my
And
ancestors.
Why are you putting
Alvin
on the
comes
duck
with you all. Karnath comes with you all. And at the conclusion of tonight, you all get some rest to differing degrees, and you are able to leave and depart the next morning. Now, as we hit the road, we're getting into a section where we're going to be doing some rolls, and I'm going to need individuals to be making some survival rolls, planning as to what we're doing leg by leg. And I'm going to tell you the rules, and I'll remind you of these rules here in a second. But as we're moving along, how this is going to work is you're traveling faster no matter what. So I'm not trying to penalize you by any means, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to earn something else. Now, if you happen to roll your check and you get a 1, a natural 1, a critical fail, I'll probably have some random negative event happen. That just seems only fair. If you roll between 2 and 10, I mean, you're traveling fast, but nothing special happens. If you are getting more than a 10, but maybe not quite as much of a 15, a little bit of enhanced speed. If we get 15 plus, maybe we get a remarkably positive event for you all to take place. And if you break 20, I will allow that to have been such a peaceful and amazing little time of travel that not only did nothing bad happen to you all, but you were all able to collectively add a week of your respective studies and research as
Sick.
well. So it's an opportunity for things to go in your favor, right? With a very
Beautiful.
slim chance of it being a very bad week.
Point of order: when we were doing this downtime, did we rest?
Yeah, you all will be starting at fresh rest. This is the last final protected place that night again. Yeah.
I have a very high survival if we need it.
Okay.
yeah, that's going to be my next question. Are we all taking turns
Now,
for the rolls?
I want it to be varied. So I want one person. I want to take turns. I don't want one person to make it every single time, just for the sake of representing you all collectively, like sharing in some of the responsibilities of the overworld travel, rather than just like spamming the stat buttons. But before we make it to the high road travel, I want to take a visit to Western Aloria. And I want to visit one Icarus Penumbra. Because if you haven't watched the Icarus one shot, I obviously strongly encourage you to do so. He says remarkably full of bias. but where we ended that was with Icarus arriving back, waterlogged and soaking wet on the beaches of the Laurendale coast on the cliffside here of Western Aloria. You could hear more so than you could see. Your senses are still coming in. And as we pan, the last thing that we had said in the one-shot Icarus was that you heard the voice of the mother who raised you. Lady Alara Penumbra, the mother of Icarus, the widow of Captain Aaron Penumbra, finds you on the beach, washed up, nearing death. You can hear the voice of the mother who raised you, but as you struggle to view the scene before you, the light is blinding. You can see it fading to and fro. And as you struggle to make sense of this, you can feel the sting of the rays of the sun. It's blinding. The light is piercing. You can almost feel like it's driving needles into your skin, Icarus. And strangely enough, it's almost painful. As though you are someone that's been living for so long in the shadows that seeing and finding the light for the first time is remarkably painful to your senses. And as your vision struggles to rationalize what you're seeing, you can tell, even though you are maybe a lack of faculties, something is wrong, something is off. Because the form that you see in front of you is that of a young boy, golden hue of skin, eyes piercing like lilac as they're reaching out for you, and a hand touches you as you fall unconscious. You awaken in your bed, the bed in your childhood home. You can hear the faint call of gulls from outside the window. You can smell the fresh sea air, and somehow you instinctively know that your mother is boiling a kettle in the other room, just as she did so many other mornings of your youth. From your bed, you have a clear view out the window, down the winding cliffside to the rest of the village, down to the beaches below. Lord and Lady Penumbra were by no means nobility. But it is important to know that a finer sea captain and mayor of this town has never been seen in these parts, and it provided for a very remarkable life of measured comfort. Your home rests at the highest part of the cliff sides of Silvari Reach and connects to a lighthouse. Now, it's modest by city standards, but here, for these country folk, may as well be a manor, a full-on estate. Now, I'm sure that there are many thoughts and feelings and memories rushing through your mind as you process this, waking up in your own bed, waking up in your house, the place that you grew up and you spent so much time, not even to mention all of the recent things that you just learned about yourself, your true parentage. But there's one thing I need to offer to you before I turn it over to you, Icarus. Not a single thing in your childhood bedroom has been moved and is a touch out of place. What would you like to do?
Icarus just like waking up, just exhales all of what just happened to him. And I can hear my mom in the other room.
It's like whenever sound comes after vision, and you can now hear that it very much does sound like there's a kettle on. You can hear her going about the kitchen.
He'll just kind of get up and he's trying to blink away that eerie image of seeing that kid that was him, but with all the distorted memories, it's like it felt like he was looking at a stranger. And he gets up and he just goes over to his shelves and his stuff that he hasn't touched, his books and the little chip in the bottle that his dad gave him, just kind of like wipes the dust away from it. It's like,
the place has been cared for.
Oh.
It must be cleaned regularly.
He takes a deep breath and opens the door to where the kitchen is, I guess.
You can see your mother. She has her back to you currently. Alara Penumbra, she is justifiably so. It's how time works. No one would know better than you. She's much older now. It's been a long time since you've seen your mother. You never came home on breaks. Why would you come home on breaks?
I imagine Icarus is also wearing very simple clothes, more like you'd wear around here. Maybe some of his dad's old, like basically pajamas. And he'll just kind of take a moment
to think.
Feel for his watch. It's not there. Just kind of how this extreme feeling of deja vu, but it's sad. Mother?
She turns around and she has the kettle pulled off and she sees you. It seems like you're a little bit more like your father than I remember.
You're the one who put me in his clothes, so thanks for that.
Oh, maybe I was feeling nostalgic. Maybe it was the only thing I had left.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we have some tea? And then you can explain why you're washing up on my beaches.
I was hoping you'd explain why I'm washing up on our beaches, but sure.
She goes and sits down at the table.
I'll go join her.
She pours some hot water. There's loose leaf tea there. Not remarkably uncommon. You are remarkably close to what people would believe. Now, whether or not Icarus is someone who believes this, that the forest not terribly far to the northeast is quite whimsical in nature. Some might dare say that there's a portal to the Feywild not terribly far from where you live. Has remarkable tea in the area.
Yum. He does take a moment, just again he's acting as if he normally can just like act without people observing him.
Yeah.
and now he doesn't have that, and he just like has to keep catching himself when he's like taking these awkward pauses. It's very good tea.
Well, nothing's changed. Not a thing. Anjali's been remarkably worried about you. She's been here every day for the past 3 weeks while you've been sleeping.
Really?
Icarus, you'd remember that Anjali is essentially the witch, druid, nurse, midwife here for the entire cliffside. They are, at this point, must be a borderline ancient satyr.
Well, make sure to give her my thanks.
Well, I imagine she's going to be coming here today sometime. You can give her thanks herself.
I'm afraid, however I ended up here, I can't stay for super long.
How many years has it been, Icarus?
You know, I'm normally good at keeping track of time, but that's a number I always didn't like to think about. How come you never wrote?
Would you have read him if I did?
I don't know, I was never really given the choice.
Why didn't you? Letters work both ways.
I don't know. I was mad, I guess. And that hardened over into busyness. And then it got to the point where it felt like too much time had passed. It would have been weird to just send something. I should have, though. You're right.
At a certain point, I stopped thinking about it too much. I realized that you're probably better off. New friends, new family. I thought if I sent you anything, then more likely than not, you get pulled back into whatever your life used to be here. You've been archaic.
Yeah, sometimes
so much more than I ever could have offered you.
Sometimes I miss the simplicity. I don't think I would have ever made a good ship captain, though. I mean,
Well, your father would have disagreed about that.
not if he saw me grown up.
I'd like to see you growing up for a little bit longer, but it sounds like you're trying to leave.
It's not that simple. There's
Never
so
is.
much you don't know.
She stifles a laugh.
So many people that need me. I feel like I wake up and the only moment I have to myself are the couple of hours I'm asleep every night.
You always were much bigger. You were destined for bigger things. You outgrew this place, and you outgrew all of us.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it's a lot smaller than I remember.
No, it's the same size.
I guess I did grow abnormally tall. Didn't really fill in, though, much.
She says the following, which whether or not she knows how you would plan to interpret this, so she would say, "You look a lot more like your father than I expected."
That has a different connotation now, for me, at least. But that's good. If there's anybody I'd want to mirror, it would be him. He was a good man. I do miss him.
I miss him every day.
I'm sad to say I don't think about him daily anymore. It's easier that way.
I think I'd do it enough for the both of us, so don't feel too guilty about that.
Good. I just feel like both of you were a reminder of my humanity, and as more and more is asked of me, I keep feeling it slip away. It's jarring being back here, of all places, after what I just saw, with the people I was with, and to feel so normal.
You don't have to explain yourself to me. I, better than anybody else, think that I understand the family can be remarkably challenging, Icarus.
You never moved on, wanted to start over or
Where
something?
would I go? Who would I leave with? Everything I've ever known is here. I put down roots here, Icarus, and it might be cramped, but it's still home.
I guess it's still home.
Almost as if it's trailing off of your words. You have been hearing goals in the background the entirety of this conversation, and you can hear them begin to fade. And you have a remarkably similar feeling as to what you experienced during the time stop with Kyrie on the edge of the village of Coria. The only difference here is you're watching as your mother, Alara, does not seem to be fazed by this whatsoever.
I kind of give her a look.
She says, what? What's the problem?
You don't feel that?
What are you talking about?
Everything around you just paused.
She begins to look around. She sighs. And she says aloud, oh God, here we go again.
Again?
I should have figured as much.
What is going on?
You hear a
At the door?
at the door.
Do you want me to answer that?
I don't think it's for me.
He'll go and answer. He tries to straighten up. He's just like pajamas. Yeah.
It's got one button on the butt flap.
Robes!
I'll go. I'll go over. Open the door.
And as
It's Shibanu.
honestly, let me rewrite something really quick. Yeah, Javanu's there.
Your car is extended warranty.
And as you open the door, you can still hear the exasperated sighs of Alara as she sits at the table and slurps at her tea. As standing outside the door is the individual previously introduced as Kyrie, and now, especially after recent events, fully known to you as Ambrid, the daughter of Lorid, the new god of time, space, stars, the space between memory, and your true mother, but not only your mother, Icarus, but also Arden's mother. And she says, may I come in? And before you have a chance to answer, Alara says, well, you're asking this time, right? All right. It was better than last time.
Oh no. Yeah, come on in. There's already
Mommy
tea.
issues.
Mommy's.
Mommy's issues.
Lord, I've seen what you've done for others.
The others are not going to believe this.
As the goddess Ambrid enters into the house and knowingly walks past you, and Alara has already grabbed a third mug and has poured Ambrid tea at the table.
How tall is Ambrid?
In this form, she is probably just shy of 6 foot.
Okay.
As she walks over, and there is a seat at one side of the table, a seat at the second side of the table. Alara is here, Ambrid is here, and there is a third seat between them. And both of them are slurping at their tea.
All right. Sure.
Shut the
Door
door.
on both fronts. Sure. I'll go sit down, kind of So, how's everyone doing today?
You've had this coming.
And Alara says, well, I think the day started off pretty good, if I'll be honest with you, but then she came up here.
Oh,
She looks across the table. What are you doing this time? What are you doing this time? And you watch as Ambrid just sips her tea. Places the tea down. And Ambrid looks to you instead of looking to Alara and says, it's been brought to my attention recently that maybe you have become privy to some information that otherwise I had attempted to keep from you.
you could say that. Privy. Yeah. I take it both of you know.
Alara said, yeah, I know.
And this was for my protection. This was for my safety.
Alara
to
seems
not
very
know.
angry. Ambrid speaks up. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She didn't know what you're talking about. She thinks she knows more than she does. She looks across the table at Alara.
I look at Alara. I go, don't worry. It's a familiar feeling.
She said,
When a lot of gods are lying to you, things get messy.
well, I've had this one on speed dial. She never bring me anything but trouble. No offense.
So, I take it I should be catching the two of you up on what I've learned. Where do I begin? Well, first, hi mom and other mom. Nice to see you again.
Alara speaks up and says, I think he was calling you the other mom. How do you feel about that?
No comment.
And he didn't even get 2 Christmases.
No shit.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the big news. Okay, so one of my party members was kidnapped by this guy who's a piece of shit. We're getting tossed around in Frisk Path trying to find balance and whatnot from Gasigian's wrath.
Yeah, let it out.
And you thought it was... I shouldn't know that bad guy number 1 is my twin brother, separated at birth from... How old am I, by the way?
She doesn't need to do math.
Why
She's the goddess of
that?
time.
Don't fuck with me like
God of stalling.
The space between is another part of her domain.
And Gasigian,
Procrastination.
I thought it was a seraphim. I wasn't a seraphim, I thought it was an Nephilim. I was like, okay, I can rationalize that. Maybe I'm related
Yes.
to Ambrid in some way.
Yes, well, I find one piece of vital information at a time is probably
Oh yeah,
more
thank you for
digestible.
that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
No, so I'm just, shadow spawn? I always thought I was vulnerable to that kind of shit. And so, he's my dad, he's trying to kill everybody. My brother's literally said, you're worthless, you can just die, we don't need you can't be part of the evil plan. I'd be a great member of the evil plan, and he knows that.
She looks like she's upset that you're upset about the wrong thing, and then she tries to intervene.
Also, he's an asshole.
I should probably let
And I
him
want to kill
finish
him.
Go off, king.
Because the only person I cared about saving, who I've already doomed to death, is now with the person who wants to kill that person. And they're trying to kill my now brother. So
Alara,
there's a lot.
Alara
There's a lot.
is just sipping her fucking tea at the other side of this table. Just, bitch, you have messed up.
Now I'm like pointing at Amber. And did you make me wash up at the shore in the form of my dead dad to look at myself? Memories that I don't even know if they were real. Did you do that? That was uncalled for. You could.
Do you want me to respond to any of these things?
Honestly, this is good for me. I've been keeping a lot of this.
Well, we have all the time in the world.
Yeah, sure we do. Okay.
Alara also sighs.
I've said my piece. Your turn.
And watches Ambrid looks over to Alara. Alara's like,
Oh, don't you start.
you tearing to her?
Yeah. You knew all this. You never told me. You could have, I don't know, sent a letter on my 18th birthday like, hey, shit's gonna get weird soon.
You're a wizard! And you have to pay taxes.
You turn 18, they put you under the cupboard, yeah. Ambrid does chime in again. She seems most concerned with deflecting blame away from Alara, even though Alara seems to be most concerned about pushing the blame towards Ambrid. And Ambrid would say, it is important to know that what she thinks she knows, she doesn't know. For the most part, she is blameless in the overall machinations.
Oh. Okay. I was worried about the overall machinations, but now that you bring that up, I feel much better. Thank you.
Do you have anything else you'd like to get off your chest?
Not yet.
Or should I expect other types of similar jabs?
Expect many. But you already knew that.
She sits and she asks you a question that is very important for you to tell me how you answer. Okay. She asks you the following. She asks how much you want to know.
What else is there to... All of it. Just tell me all of it. I'd rather get it all out now. That way I know what I'm dealing with. If I'm going to do this, no more secrets. I can't keep discovering this shit down the line. It has to be now. I need to know what I'm up against.
She looks like that was maybe the more dangerous of options. And she answers your plea. And she says, Icarus, that is the least I can do for you after everything that I've put you through. Buckle up. This is quite the tale. Alara goes and starts making more tea.
Do we ever keep whiskey or alcohol in the house?
Oh, beautifully said. Your father, or depending on how you want to interpret that, Aaron Penumbra very much would have some spoils from abroad that he would keep in a private. And if your room was well taken care of, it is only safe to assume that she did the same thing for her late husband.
Mother, Laura,
They both. Yes. Hi, you were talking to me.
I think this would be an appropriate time to maybe open one of Dad's bottles, don't you think?
I'm pretty sure we're outside of time right now, but you knew that. And she walks over and she grabs it. She comes back.
I just poured it into my tea.
Yeah, pour it into your tea.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of information.
Okay.
And I have this broken up into parts, depending on if you wanted just a little bit or the full fire hose. But
Fire hose.
You're going to get the fire hose then. And I'm going to give this to you essentially raw, uncut from my notes.
Okay, thank you, Ambrid.
You're welcome. As she just like Matrix uploads to you. You now know Kung Fu. She tells you the following: that whenever Kyrie woke as Ambrid for the first time in Lored's Inn, she was in a state of remarkable panic. She had just died, right?
Mhm.
She was killed by the man that she loved. That she actually learned that the man that she loved and had kids with was actually her uncle. So that's messed up. So maybe think about that for a second. Her mother, Lorid, had to fight her brother and then make a choice to let Gasigian steal one of her kids in order for the others of them to get to escape. That's messed up. She's now realizing she's a full-blown goddess with the powers of time, space, and memory. She feels an additional level of guilt because her own mother had to give up aspects of her domain in order to bring her back, and she feels more at loss than anything else. Needless to say, she was in a remarkable state of shock. But it is one thing is crystal clear. You're aware of something that she's not aware of. Ambrid is not aware of the life debt that Lorid. She was
that Lord.
She was dead when Lord made the agreement with Frith.
That Lord basically promised Decision could have Lord.
And Lord, it's painfully obvious in the retelling here that Lord has never told Ambrid that. So now you have a piece of information that your mommy doesn't have. She also tells you, probably just in overall conversation, because you asked for everything, she would tell you that while she was fooled by Gasigian, she would warn you that it was perfect. It was the perfect deception, because when he called himself Kaiden Eero, KydenEero, Kaiden Eero, she had never been happier in her entire life for those years. That off-brand Aragorn-looking motherfucker. And she said, while she wasn't a full-blown goddess at the time, she's never been happier. Following, at Lord's behest and with the guidance of how to utilize her new powers, they scanned the various timescapes, not only for the safest time period, but also for the safest location. Essentially, pulled a Doctor Strange moment.
I'm old.
Pulled a Doctor Strange moment, and of all the time periods available to them, they picked the one with the greatest chance for successful assimilation and the greatest likelihood for long-term survival, as well as selfishly, the timeline that would provide the greatest likelihood for you to grow into a powerful enough Nephilim to be able to hold your own against your father, if he ever came looking for you. So they shunted you forward over 1,000 years in time. So it's become painfully clear that you were born prior to the shifting.
Damn.
And it gets...
that makes three of us. Four of us, maybe. 3.5.
Just wait.
This is weird. It keeps getting weirder.
It gets to an awkward lull, tense. The conversation goes on to probably for quite some time. She gets to the part of how they picked Lady Alara and Lord Aaron Penumbra here in Silvari Reach. Alara had just given birth to a stillborn baby after years and years of trying to conceive. And Ambrid was already remarkably hesitant to give up her own child and wanted you to be raised in a household which would be a bottomless wellspring of love and support, and could not find two individuals that they deemed at the time to be more deserving than Aaron and Alara. When Ambrid arrived here, and very much, and again, Alara would kind of be chuckling as she's like, yeah, we had tea just like just like then. Amber arrived here very much the same fashion that day, all those years ago. And she placed you, the infant Icarus, in the care of Alara and Aaron. And of course, she gets to a little bit of like the awkward part where she's like, it's just kind of part of my job. Systematically wiped and restructured the memories of every single resident in the settlement in the nearby area. So that Alara's baby was essentially wiped. And you were born appropriately so.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. As far as everyone here was aware, you were the child that was born. And then it gets to the part, and you would see Alara as she is tapping her fingers on the table, and she would say, "Tell him the other part then." And she continues, and she says, there was one small hiccup in the plan that, looking back, I realize maybe wasn't the kindest thing to do. Amber couldn't bring herself to wipe the memory of Alara. A mother so full of sadness and pain, loss and guilt, a confluence of emotions that would be terribly hard for another person to understand unless you yourself had recently died, been born again as a goddess, had one of your children kidnapped away because you bore a child with your uncle. And in that remarkably vulnerable and pliable state, she couldn't imagine wiping Alara's memory. Because if she were given the chance, if Amber were given the chance to forget about you or Arden, she would never choose that. She would hold on to the pain and she would hold on to the agony so that she had the right and the opportunity to grieve. And she refused to wipe Alara's memory. So Alara became the loneliest woman on the planet. As everyone continued to thank her and congratulate her, for the birth of their new son, as she had to hold on to the memory that she had just lost a baby and been given this. And so it came to be that everyone in the settlement of Silvari Reach believed that you were naturally born to Lady Aurora, including your father, Aaron Penumbra. Everyone except Alara. And they shared a cup of tea in the house on the hill, one mother giving her child away for their own protection, and the other mother getting a second chance to have a family of their own. And in that moment, neither of them felt happy nor fulfilled. Now, the last little bits of information. It is clear Amber had promised not to interfere in their life, to not cause any unnecessary problems. That was an agreement that they struck among them, two of them here. She did see fit to fashion a makeshift temple for herself along the cliff sides so that she could be close by, and to make it to where citizens believed that it had always been there. That was also part of the memory wipe.
Slight little adjustments.
Yeah, slight adjustments here and there. She also told Alara. Yeah, she told Alara that she would relegate herself to the temple and would otherwise not interfere in their lives, but if there was ever a problem or she needed guidance, to leave a bundle of sea aster flowers at the temple and she would be available. And Amber would tell you the following. She would say, "Everything that I have done to prevent your father from finding you, but it is painfully obvious now that I have prevented nothing and I have only delayed the inevitable. But you need to know this. Whatever protection I had put on you, it is fallen. It is gone. It is moot. He can find you, and he will find you if he wishes." Of course, and after this conversation, she seems to be coming to terms with this relationship. Icarus, you are strong in your own rights, and you even have the backing of the Arcanius now. She chuckles and laughs. You've even found a fairly competent group of individuals to travel with. I find myself quite fond of them.
You and me both.
It also seems that your mentor Alderak has been looking for you for some time. About that, you were lost in limbo out of time for about 3 months, and you've been asleep here for 3 weeks.
What?
Moving on.
What? Okay. I take it they're all still alive, right?
Yes, I did check in.
Oof.
I'm sorry that I wasn't the parent that you needed, Icarus, but mothers, I do not think, are perfect, and gods are not meant to be mothers.
Or fathers, it appears.
Lady Alara wraps this up with a bow as she says, "You are right. There were many parts of that story that I was not aware of."
How does it make you feel now? It sounds like you've carried a larger burden than any human should ever have to. Sorry that I did that to you.
I don't think you need to apologize for existing, Icarus. And there's an awkward, silent tension in this space.
Well, unfortunately, it seems I've used up all my time to reflect on this, but, Amber, there are some other things you should know. First, I saw something. A deal between Lorid, your mother, and Gasigian. Are you aware of
She
this?
stops you. Before you say anything else, if there is something that I am not aware of that you are, I encourage you to keep that to yourself.
Why? What is it? How could I ever stand up to him if you and Herc could not? It doesn't make any sense to me. We deal with human-level threats, or stuff that we can comprehend.
I know. It's been a very long time since I had to worry about those types of things. But there's one thing you need to understand about how we work. Gasigian, Lord, myself. We don't deal in physical threats. We deal with the passing and acquisition of information. That's where power lies with gods. And if there is something that I have not been made privy to, I imagine it is for a reason.
If you wish, then if that is everything you have to tell me, I have many questions.
She leans back.
I'll refrain from the ones I want to ask for personal reasons, as much as I do. First, do you have any idea of what we can do against Gasigian? If he is an enemy, there's no greater enemy.
He's a representation of misinformation.
Yes.
He is lies and falsehood.
Well, he
Real.
runs ripe in humankind, so I don't know how we're supposed to get rid of his presence.
Some individuals, at least it's been explained to me, had more of a say. The whole image of thine maker mantra. I wish I could give you some type of solid advice as to how we could do something to prevent Gasigian's approach, their advance. I have been working on this for the past 1,000 years and more, Icarus. And I'm somewhat embarrassed to say that you're not terribly far behind me.
Well, I guess the only option is to win. My other question concerns my brother, your son, Arden. He's bad. He's a bad guy. But he's my only living mortal family, if what I know is to be true. There has to be some of me and him, right? Like, he's not just an irredeemable monster that has to be put down. As much as he wanted to do that to me, by the way. I want the record to show that. He was just going to put me down.
I'll take note of
He
it.
did it first.
Yeah, right.
But
Just in case, Mom.
he has hurt people I care about beyond redemption. What am I supposed to do about him? Should I even try? Would removing him be more of a blow to Gasigian than getting him on our side, if that's even possible? But you're his mother, too. I'm not also, you know what I mean.
Right.
So I don't feel it's fair for me to make a decision about him. I mean, he was stolen from you. We could have been...
It could have been you.
It could have been me. Or we could have grown up together under your care, or Alara's, or whoever. How different would the world have been? It's not fair.
Taken from me. Hidden from me. Perfectly so. I have scoured the timescapes, and I have scoured every inch of the face of Braitha looking for Arden. Gasigian does not want him to be found by me. He is my blind spot.
What do you want me to do when I find him?
In the past, I've humanized Lorid a little bit with her frustration with maybe some of Jabana's antics. This is a different type of humanization as you watch someone who is understanding of the scales of balance, essentially, and justice, and what needs to be done to right some of the wrongs here. And you're also watching a mother kind of fight that internal battle. Whatever Gasigian's plan is, it must be stopped. But he is my son and he is your brother. I would like to speak to my son.
I don't think he knows. So, if I can get him to listen, I'll do everything in my power to at least get you that. But from there, he's gonna make his own choices. And I'm gonna make mine. If he's still a threat to the current people I know who have the same goals as me, I have to do what's better for everyone else and not our family.
And you have my word that unless you ask, I will not intervene anymore.
That's a lot of responsibility to put on me. Having a god on our side. I mean, Joannu kind of has Lorid, but I'm realizing there are a lot of levels to this now. Your assistance would be welcomed. You've told me everything you know. I don't feel like there's any use in holding this grudge any longer. That does not mean I forgive you, by the way. But it serves us no good. If you feel you can help, I would be a fool to act like I understand time more than you do, and fate. There are bigger things than me amongst our group, and if you can help, you should. You have my permission, and I want you to do everything you can to make sure everybody is safe.
Very well.
But if I may make one request of you,
That seems reasonable.
don't stop me if I try to make contact with Gasigian. Give me this one thing. I just want to see what happens.
It looks like if she had like a no-no list, like that was the only thing on it. Yeah.
I understand. He has to be stopped.
Don't think you understand.
But half of me is still human. I would like to talk to my father. Just once. It's only fair.
So be it.
Good. I look at Alara.
She just shrugs.
Yeah.
She's just happy to be here. Yeah, she's pouring stuff in as well, probably.
None of this is fair. But it's our responsibility nonetheless. I'm saying to both of them. So, we'll all do our best. Right?
Laura speaks up. Right. Ambrid gets up from the table, and she says, there is one strange thing. Maybe it's because I was remarkably new to my powers at the time. But, and she looks over to Alara, is that midwife still here? Alara says, yeah, she's still here. She's still kicking. Literally. She's a satyr.
Uncalled for. It's a little insensitive. Yeah. You shouldn't say stuff like that anymore.
Alara says, you haven't seen her these last couple of years. She's kicking people left and right. And Amber continues and she says, I have proverbially stirred the pot quite a bit with my antics. It is kind of my whole domain. But I did not intend for what that seer saw in the stars when you were born. And I will hand you this.
Sinners in the stars.
Do you want me to read it? You can read it. It's pretty long to read aloud. You can have it for yourself if you would like.
Okay.
It is something that you already know from your original backstory.
Right.
Amber has confirmed that essentially after she placed you here and after she'd wiped everyone's memory and she had essentially replaced the new timescape, that this prophecy came through then.
Huh.
Could you repeat that in a way again?
Yeah. Amber had worked everything out.
Uh-huh.
Amber had wiped everyone's memories, made everything right the way that it needed to be. And as she was essentially standing there admiring her work, this old satyr woman had essentially a revelation and received this specific prophecy after Ambrid's shenanigans.
Oh, so kind of a peak. Interesting.
Because of what Ambrid did,
right,
this is the result. As self-fulfilling in a way. She created essentially most of the strife for you in your life. That was foretold. Had she not done this, this probably never would have happened.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, you'd never done it before, so we all make mistakes.
More than you'd think. Amber begins to excuse herself. You can feel time returning to this space.
Amber.
What is it, Icarus?
I am glad that you're my mother.
You're Alara. She turns around. Even if I could change everything that happened before, I wouldn't change this. I'm sorry for what I've done to you, but I'm glad that you're my son, Icarus.
I'll see you next time then.
I see what you did there. And she steps out the door.
You knew what I meant by that. I'm saying to Alara now. Two moms.
Alara is there. She's I'm not one to judge. Not anymore.
No. Is there anything I can do for you? You're right. I should have. If all of this goes well, 3 years. Mark it on your calendar. I'll be back. I'll bring all my friends too.
Let me get that one thing clear. 3 years. I'll know because the world hasn't ended based on what I got from this conversation with Ambrid here.
Right. Yes.
If you'll be back. But
we can celebrate.
But if you're not back, it's because the world ended.
It's
a date.
I'm probably dead, speared by shadow through my soul into a million pieces.
Always one for the dramatic flair, weren't you, boy?
I mean, did you hear all of that stuff? It doesn't get more dramatic than that. Do you believe it?
You know who wouldn't have believed it?
Huh?
Your father.
He was incredibly superstitious. I don't know what you mean by that.
I know, but I think the stark reality of it facing him face to face, I think it would have been like, what he would have said, this is a passion of mine. I never believed it to be true.
I'm going to go out on sea and just sail around a little bit. Deal with this my way by not just fishing and stuff.
You know what he was looking for? He wasn't fishing.
That's what he always told me.
Well, that's because you were too young.
Well, apparently I was a lot older than him.
It gets very confusing.
Yeah, it does.
He always believed that there was something off the edge of the map. That's what he was looking for.
It just ends.
Yeah.
You're telling me he was the perfect candidate to be my father?
He liked to believe, he was superstitious like you said, but he believed that there were things that were outside of our control that were being hidden from us.
Oh, well, he was right.
He was sailing out onto the sea. He looks at, she would point to a map, some of his old sea charts, and there'd be a number of routes. And essentially, if you would spend a little bit of time, there would be effort made that they have essentially gone that direction, and for no reason that makes any logical sense, had been forced back the other direction somewhere on the map. I don't know. I thought he was onto something, but then he died.
Do you mind if I keep some of these? If we have time, I'll check them out. I will be doing some continent hopping, so, if on the way there I can check out his little, Bermuda Triangle situation.
I think he's got it marked pretty clearly.
I'll write them down then. And yeah, if the world ends, I don't know, I hope I'm allowed to go to the same place you two are. I don't know which side wins out in that situation, but
There's a lot of things up in the air still, it sounds like. But
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that appointment after the end of the world.
Do I have Palvin with me?
Canonically, I think so.
Here. I'm going to leave someone in your care. As a little reminder that I'm out there doing the things you taught me. Even though you made mistakes, I did too. This is a little thank Is Palvin.
This is
he
your
likes
grandson.
to be hammocks for 3, and I give a rundown of what he likes.
Yeah.
You can also cast magic.
He immediately casts guidance on Alara.
His medications are at this time.
At least.
I expect he will be taken good care of if I know anything about you. And what you sacrifice for others.
She's remarkably thankful for this offering. And she tells you the following.
I've just been debuffed. You understand that?
Yeah. Do you understand what mechanical benefits I'm giving up?
I just gave away permanent spells.
Yeah. As she says the following, there's a little bit of a pause. Icarus, I lost my own child. I lost my husband. And then I drove you away while I wallowed in my own grief. I was visited by a goddess, and I squandered that gift. I judged her. I held her accountable for all the shortcomings in my life. And I know it wasn't your fault Aaron died, Icarus. I'm no fool. I know you didn't kill him. But I didn't have anyone else to turn to talk to about what I was going through. And every day I simply saw you, and you were a physical representation of everything bad that had happened to me, the memories, the pain. Icarus, I never hated you. I just hated the pain and the loss that you reminded me of. I'm sorry I wasn't better.
That means a lot. I carried a lot of that with me for a long time, and it wasn't always easy. Well, I don't know how. Send a letter. Now, you do have somebody you can confide in, if you need to. I might be busy killing something, but we always have some weird downtime that everybody spends doing random shit, so I can send a letter or two.
I'll aim for those extended downtime sessions.
Okay. If nothing else, you might get a weird emoji from some guy. It's from me if you receive it.
Icarus, you begin to feel as if there is static electricity crackling all over your body. And Alara says, "Oh shit, who's here now?" She begins to look to the door and look to the window as your hair stands on end, and so does hers.
Do I feel like I'm fading?
You don't feel like you're fading. Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Good.
And there is a remarkable crash. Like there's a small implosion in the space that shocks out and then comes back into a point, and there has been a small portal that's been opened, and you'd hear somebody say, "Sir, I found him!" And you can see that there's a number of individuals who have set up some type of base of operation in Alderrock's office. And there's a number of people who are like looking on maps, running around with scrolls. It looks like it's like the bullpen. Like it looks like it's Wall Street type of energy with people running around. And Alderrock just comes into frame. Icarus, where have you been? Alara is just sitting at her kitchen table. Hello? As there is a number of individuals through the portal.
the gods had the courtesy to knock, Alderrock.
Alderrock doesn't. He says, Icarus, you've been gone for a very long time, and I told your traveling companions that you were going to be at Nera's Roost within 2 to 3 months, and it has been almost 4.
Are they late?
You're late.
Oh, gee. Okay, give me 15 seconds. And give me my stuff back. Do you have it?
An individual comes from, yes, right here, sir.
Ropes, to me.
The Doctor Strange fly through the portal and come over here.
You're still wearing the pajamas underneath.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right there. Just...
Good to see you, Icarus.
There he is.
Everybody's here. The gang's all here.
I go over to Alara, and I just send her a message, and I say, with everything I know, with everything I've experienced, you'll still always be the mother to me. And I send that to her head. And I kind of hesitate and then attempt to give her a hug.
She gives you a hug back. It's a really good way to hide the fact that you're crying.
Yeah. And before I can reflect any further, I will step through the portal.
You can see that she's now standing by the table, Palvin standing upright on the table nearby, waving a small little pangolin arm your direction. And you step through the threshold into Alderrock's office.
Mask back on.
You put the mask back on as you're ready to go fight crime. And I think here is where we'll take our break. And when we come back, we have some overworld travel to accomplish so that we can arrive to Nera's Roost. Because we now know canonically that you all are about to get there first. And Icarus is going to be late. We'll be right back, everybody. Hello and welcome back to the Shifting Realms. We've had some conversations over hot tea, talking to both of our moms, and we've learned a little bit about what Icarus has been getting up to for the past almost 4 months.
Wow, sleepy boy.
A very sleepy boy. Lost in time. But we pan back now to the other side of our party that is beginning to travel across Viridia.
And remember, it's the utmost importance that we're there to meet Icarus as soon as he arrives.
Yes.
Urgency.
He's always on time.
That's why we have the crystal.
That's why we have the crystal.
What a devious thing. What a truly devious thing. Now, friends, here's what we're going to do. We're going to begin our journey. And I don't care. We can go in a nice sequential order if we want, but every instance of this journey, I need a survival check. You can try to sell me on something else, but survival is perfectly made for this specific skill to see how we do. So as you all are leaving the high roads and making your way to the crags of Eld, I need someone to make me a survival check, please.
Could I sell you on survival?
You may.
Okay.
Guidance.
Oh, sick. That is gonna.
I'll allow that every time.
Sick.
We're
power
in
unlocked.
that 10 area.
You're in a 10.
New power.
What's total?
Total is 12.
Okay, beautiful. So with the 12 the first time, the travel is remarkably simple, remarkably plain. You don't earn any much extra time here, and you don't have the opportunity to do skills or a special type of learning or education, but that's okay. Nothing critically bad has happened. Okay, as you move on from the outpost, and we're also, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited to travel. Are we stopping at the Crags of Eld outpost?
No.
We need to keep going.
No, we gotta keep going. We gotta meet our boy.
You see an individual. Nope.
Don't talk to us.
That place is haunted, and then leaves.
Fuck no.
And they
Finally, we agree.
skedaddle down the road.
They got basements there.
Cursed. Easy.
All right, next person, as you are making your way from the Crags of Eld to the Great Plains crossroads.
I got it. Oh yeah, that's
Guidance.
really high. 20, a lot.
More than 20.
Almost 30.
Wow.
Way to do it, Doctor.
28.
That's
Okay,
what years of studying will get you.
Everyone can add an additional week of study to their respective skills, the lores they're trying to work on, languages, rituals, abilities, whatever you're focusing on, you can add an additional week of that. And you see the exact same person who seems to have 2 suitcases with nope. Oh, are you all stopping here?
Where are we?
You are at the Great Plains crossroads.
Nah.
The same person in a suit with suitcases. Nope.
He was carrying this.
That place is going to blow up. And then they skedaddle down the road.
Now I'm telling you, as long as we follow my instincts, nothing bad will happen.
I'm starting to like this.
All right, you move on from the Great Plains crossroads, and you also made up some significant time with a 28.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Next person, please and thanks, make your roll.
23.
With a 23, you all can add another week of study, education, lore development, etc. as you get a 23. Oh my goodness, 28, 23. Are you all going to be stopping at the edge of the plains of the Forlorn Horsemen?
Is this?
This is not specifically at
It's
this
just the missing
location.
heads, right?
Plains of the Forlorn Horsemen at the edge of this, scattered across the plains, there have been reports of several bodies appearing decapitated.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Appealing, but
Appealing.
It was
So
Korth.
fun.
Moving on.
you see an individual with 2 suitcases.
Shabanu,
Nope.
we are bodies.
They got enough heads over here, and they keep on running.
If they really care, they'll recapitate themselves.
Look, I can only save people that are still alive.
We can
This is
only
not
help
our
people
business.
That help themselves. Yeah.
So no heads.
Yeah.
As you all you move on, you move on to you can pick one up if you want.
We just have to get.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a waste of fingers.
As you all move from the plains of the Forlorn Horsemen at the edge of that all the way to the Avanskar River, which, just a reminder, there was a familial dispute as there are essentially 2 businesses, one on either side of the river crossing.
Sounds family
I know what you're
business.
thinking. Nothing ever good from family disputes.
It's so true. It's so true. And it gets so messy, you know.
I need someone to still make the roll.
Sorry.
Let's go.
Natural 20.
For a total of what?
19.
Guidance.
So,
Guidance.
I'll allow it.
so 21.
With a 21,
Hey.
you all can add another week of study as it's a remarkably simple, remarkably luxurious and relaxing series of trouble. And you can see the familial disputes. And you watch as one suitcase gets thrown from one side and another suitcase gets thrown from another side of the river crossroads. And at a certain point, you all have to wonder, how is this person traveling so much faster than all of you?
Doesn't seem existential for the will.
Right. As they continue traveling down the road. I need another survival roll as we move from the Avansgar River crossing to the village of Shady Rest.
Okay, that's a 19 plus 2 for 21.
Okay, you all can add another week of
Wow.
study. Oh my god. Yeah.
This is incredible.
Stonks.
The
Wow, things are
caravan is
going so
holding us back
smoothly.
from lightning travel.
Yeah.
Things are going so
told you.
smoothly when we're not
One of
stopping
us
to
had to
help
do it.
people.
as you all get to the village of Shady Rest,
Jabano, you're onto something, man.
you make it to the other side of the village of Shady Rest, and the same individual who has been
is that?
traveling with their suitcases is sitting there without their suitcases. They look like they're remarkably lost, and you hear them muttering to themselves, "If only someone would have stopped those burglars. They never would have taken my suitcases." And they're sitting on a rock.
Yeah.
I throw him a finger.
You've been carrying that for weeks.
Sorry.
Good luck. It looks really interesting.
All right, the next one is your travel to the settlement of Hummocks Hollow.
What's in Hummocks Hollow again?
Hummocks Hollow is where the festival for the horse god is being prepared.
Yes!
Okay, guys. I think we need a break.
I'm exhausted.
Did you roll?
15.
15. Okay, you're moving a little bit
We
faster
should
than
get some
average.
souvenirs for Kennedy.
You should.
I would like to study this festival.
All right, we'll stop. We'll stop at this.
I
pull over to the stop.
I need an ant. I just need a bath.
It's been weeks.
I didn't want to say anything, but
All right, with the 15, you make up some time, and as you all arrive to the settlement of Hummocks Hollow, and you've decided to actually help these people and deal with this.
Wait, they have
Well, it's just a
problems?
festival.
No.
Yeah. Wait.
You're helping them enjoy their festival.
Oh, okay, good. That's what we're here for.
As you all show up, again, it's a settlement that, for the most part, would be a series of. There's not very many buildings here. It's essentially a mobile settlement. They're at the edge of the Great Plains of Viridia, and they have a number of large canvas tents that are set up for this kind of makeshift settlement. Hummocks Hollow is essentially a hollow in a set of hummocks at the edge of the Great Plains. I know, a wild naming convention that they set up. I know that they set up their little town, their little settlement during certain times of the year while they are migrating around the Great Plains. Now, it looks like a festival, yes, but here's what you all need to know as we try something new for the first time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce to you the basic information of what you see and what you hear as you enter and come into Hummocks Hollow to pick up some souvenirs for Kennedy, and then we're going to go around one at a time, and you'll tell me what you're doing and interacting with. I will offer something between each of you as players, and you have to continue to build on the story that is collectively being told. Try not to just Michael Scott, well, I've got a gun, and go your own. Yeah, you're right.
That's Kennedy's.
This is what you learn. This is what
He has a
horses, guns. This is what you learned about Hummocks Hollow. You all arrive to Hummocks Hollow and learn that they are preparing for a festival that celebrates the god of horses. Local legends say that the god of horses, otherwise known as the Miersha, and I'll send that to you all, has been known to take the form of a regular horse or even a person. Anyone could be the horse god is one of their slogans on a t-shirt here. And you visit the settlement during this festival, but most simply consider this to be fable, wives' tales. It brings in a lot of people to the settlement, which is how essentially their caravan, their mobile people, make a lot of money, right? Because it is a festival and people come from all over. But people are on edge. It becomes painfully clear as you all get here, because there's talk of a string of horse snappings in the local area, which some of you might remember was also an issue and also a concern in Port Haven from one of the quests that was on the board at Oddballs.
Gasp.
Oh my god.
And folks are worried about displaying their horses publicly during the festival for fear of having their horses stolen. They're in a real predicament as they fear for their horses, but they also want to have a full celebration to pay respects to their ancestors, the riders of the plain, and the god of horses. They seem like they're really of two minds. What did you do when you first arrived here, Silas?
You know, back home there was also somebody who went by the horse god, but they were a centaur, so it was kind of weird. So I think I'm gonna look for one of those. That's like half person, half horse already.
You would find that there are in fact a number of centaurs here.
Nailed it.
A number of centaurs are very much here. They do not seem to be as concerned or as fearful as to most of the human bipedal individuals that are here. They do seem to be a little bit more in tune or connected to what they would consider the true lore and true story of the Mirsha, the horse god of the plains. What did you add to this, Dr. Korth?
Korth, seeing that there is a severe lack of horses at the horse festival, will wild shape into a horse. He has no plan beyond that. He's just kind of walking with the party.
Throw a blanket over you, make you decorated.
As you were walking with the party now in horse form and horse shape,
and I can fly.
Yeah, as is known. A number of people begin to bring accolades and various flower wreaths and other types of things of woven grass and are putting it around your neck. You are gaining more and more praise as you parade and walk around here through the party. You all, because they do such a piss poor job, you all also see that you picked up a tail. There appears to be someone following you all.
Oh.
Sir, put that down.
I thought they were free.
That's my ass.
I thought that was your ass.
You picked up a tail. There's definitely someone following you. What did you do then?
I speak with the beasts.
The bees?
Beasts.
Okay, the beast. Okay.
Beasts. And looking around, and maybe the only horse that I see is Dr. Korth, who I've kind of like in and out forgotten about throughout the weeks.
Hello, horse.
I speak with Dr. Korth as a horse.
Okay, well, I'm going to call this round a bye. You get very little information.
What do you mean you don't know anything about the horse snappings?
They're just gone.
Like he's here, now there's not.
What the hell? There's no one who's like suspicious about it?
I know, right?
You get very little information, but a few people would have come up, and instead of putting accolades on Dr. Korth the horse, they would begin to ask questions. Where are you all staying? How long will you be staying? Where do you park your horse at night? Just basic questions that they seem to be directing. Who wants to be the owner of Dr. Korth? Okay, they would ask you. They would ask you these questions. They seem to be very interested in where you park your horse at night.
Oh, yeah, of course. He'll be right over here. I mean, we find that people are so respectful that we don't even need to have that much of a guard around. Yeah.
Bites.
You hear them say, marvelous, marvelous, as they slip back into the alley.
Yes. I'm like, bye-bye.
Still like your lizard man teeth.
Enoch.
Well, I can augment my wild shape form so I can fly and scary teeth and breathe underwater.
So are
It
there
does just say scary teeth right here.
Nim has just given them very specific directions as to where they park their horse at night, and they said, marvelous, as they slunk back into the shadows.
I don't think those people were very trustworthy.
Nay.
That's very good, Dr. Korth.
So I'm going to use magical tinkering to create basically like a tracking beacon.
Okay.
A horse.
I call it a bell. Hang it.
So I'm gonna microchip our horse.
Okay, beautiful.
Great.
So it's gonna. I'm gonna create it to emit a beeping sound in a sound frequency that most humanoids cannot hear.
Beautiful.
So we will be able to track it, but it will be unobtrusive. Hold still, Mr. Korth.
Oh, that's Mr. Korth?
As you wish.
It's Ed Korth.
and I put it
course.
like on the nape of his neck there.
All right, we chip the horse.
Of course.
We chip. I will say that time has progressed as you all have been on this quest, on this mission, and
we go away to like.
Dr. Korth has been placed in the exact location Nim said they were going to be parked. They've also been microchipped.
Here you go. We're going to leave you totally alone. Now, remember the plan. Let them
I'm
take
going to leave
you.
Miza there, too.
Let them take you, and then gather as much information as you can, like an experiment, and then we'll follow behind and capture them, all right? Gently, no killing.
It's a real Trojan Korth scenario.
Miza will be there to back you up.
All right, and then I'm gonna go, and I assume we're gonna hide and wait for him to be stolen, and I will, if necessary, do the ritual to track them if they get ahead of us.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so you all are fucking
We could
Scooby
just
Dooing
leave.
across the street. What'd you say?
I said, guys, we could just leave.
That's plan B.
Okay.
You all are Scooby Dooing across the street. Dr. Korth is there pretending to be a horse.
Well, you
And
guys still
you all would watch as the same shocker. The same cloaked figures from earlier.
fucking
Yes,
way.
I know. Show up
Enoch, shoot him.
and very very inconspicuously
He's done it before.
begin to untether Dr. Korth, and you hear one of them say,
Do you think that we also need the goats? And says, no, we do not need the goat. We only need the horses.
and they do this while they talk every time. And they leave Miza.
How dare they?
Oh, that's definitely the bad guy.
They begin to lead Dr. Korth the horse away. What are you doing, Ajax?
Throughout the entire day, I sewed a very realistic-looking horse costume. So I will go after them on all fours.
Like a pony.
They're tall enough, too, to pass off as a horse.
You look like Eeyore.
I have
African
on
or
my belt
European?
coconuts, so it sounds like, I'm running.
Do you like to catch up and then?
Yeah.
Best smelling horse I've ever seen.
And you hear them say,
It seems that we've caught another one without any effort whatsoever.
I have to
Marvelous,
point out,
marvelous.
the face looks like the horse from Adventure Time.
and the other one, I'm going to say that you also had some type of bridle on. You put it on your costume, and they go and they grab your bridle, and they begin to lead you
Very
as
realistic
well.
horse costume.
And they are leading you. They're leading you out of town. They're leading you out of town, and they are making your way around to a series. Again, it's a hilly part of the plains here, right? As it begins to go into the edge of the woods, and there's obviously it's called Hummock's Hollow, so it makes a lot of sense. You find yourselves, our horse friends, and of course the entire party following around, that there seems to be a ritual of some kind. And it very much looks like they are preparing for some type of sacrifice.
This shit again.
Are the horses alive?
Right
All of
now,
them?
it seems like they only have captured 2 horses, and one is Dr. Korth and one is Ajax. They have captured 0 horses. They're preparing.
Several other horses.
No. There's a ritual prepared, and one person who looks to be the ritualist.
Yes, he's marvelous. Finally, the horses have arrived.
I was worried we wouldn't have any horses.
Do you speak horse?
Hey!
I will say in horse to Ajax. Follow my lead if things go south.
Did not understand a thing you said.
He's a horse. He has horse brain. He doesn't know.
Horse brain, take us home, Jabadu.
Yes.
All right, so
Right.
okay, so I'm espying them through. We're spying them through the woods.
No.
Guys,
You're there, yeah.
do we attack? Do we get them? All right, I'm gonna get them.
Jabadu, initiate the attack.
Charge!
I'm gonna open with some bolas. Bolo, one of the guys.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You open with some bolas. They're, believe it or not, they're remarkably easy to capture. These individuals do not appear to be.
Blah, blah.
you drop them
Oh, are we in fight mode?
Yes, Jabadu initiated a fight.
I want
Punishable by
to
death.
start flying with whoever's grabbing me with me.
Beautiful. You grow wings and take off. You grow wings and take off, and you all are fighting these horse thieves. And you watch as a number of them you're doing well, but there's a lot of horse thieves here, right? They brought numbers. You brought skill. They brought numbers. Okay, right? They definitely didn't bring skill, and you were able to bowl a few of them. Whether or not you shoot a number of them, that is fine.
Non-lethal.
But a decent swath of them begin to escape. In a very look upon the hill on the coming of the 5th day, you all see as they're running across this, there is a beautiful white stallion that seems to erupt in a flash of light that blinds this space, and you watch as all of the horse thieves here get bound in these ethereal silver chains and go rolling back down the hill.
Enoch, get a picture of this.
Oh, that horse is beautiful.
Wow.
And you watch as the horse pads at the ground. Looks like it looks over the area. All the individuals have been appropriately captured. And it begins to walk down towards you all.
This must be Mirsha.
Oh, it must be. I'd like to greet it using my horse lore.
It is known. Make a horse lore check for me, please.
Guidance.
Thank you.
I can't cast spells in.
You're a fly. You're 100 feet in the air.
Okay.
This looks just like the horse my grandma used to talk
what
to.
would I'm proficient in horse lore. Do I add a skill to it? Please don't.
You can
say
add
wisdom.
either wisdom or intelligence.
Oh, thank God. Okay, great. Not intelligence. For sure. Okay. And our proficiency is 3 right now? So it's a 25.
You watch as the horse god itself, the Mirsha, walks directly up to you.
I hate that.
There is no fear whatsoever. This is a being that does not need to fear you.
This has never happened to me.
And it comes up to you and it nuzzles you in the forehead. And you all would be able to see that there is a mark, a branding that is left in the center of Nim's forehead.
Nobody say anything.
And then it walks away. And you know in your heart of hearts that all you have to do in the future is beckon it.
A boon.
Kennedy's gonna kill me.
And you've been granted a boon by the god of horses, the Mirsha.
Name Horse Girl is born.
What a souvenir. So Kennedy's not so mad at you when you guys
Can I drop
meet
my
back
feet?
up.
Yeah, you may.
I want them to die.
Yeah, you can die. The horse god is leaving, and you kill a few individuals. And the next morning, there's a celebration as no one would believe your story, but they're glad that you solved the horse thief type of things.
I'm a horse girl now.
The branding's no longer visible. It goes away.
Nope, you can feel it there still.
You
I'll
can
paint
it.
it.
Perfect.
All right, so that was the only problem. Cool. We have a schedule that we need to meet. Goodbye, random
Yeah.
citizenry.
Yeah. And you all got a T-shirt that says "I believe in the horse god." So please add that to
What
your
can we say
inventory.
for the floats, though? They're going to do floats.
Remember that the oddballs are the one that saved you.
It is known. It is known. All right.
I want to get like
I have changed
21
that are
horse
making
figurines.
their way
Yeah.
to other towns to
perfect.
throw
Yeah.
up on trails.
You all leave the settlement of Hummock's Hollow. Some of you having received a boon from the horse god.
Enoch,
All
you're
of you
on
having
5
received a
strikes.
T-shirt.
Yes.
I should have asked that guy
And-
to bless my steed.
And we now travel from Hummock's Hollow to the area near the Heartgrove Crossroads. I need someone to make a survival check, please.
All right, that's me.
You got this.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. A guidance 4. So that is 12 plus 7, 19.
19. Okay, not quite enough to break 20, but you do make up some time here. That's excellent. You would see that it looks like the same individual that's been traveling ahead of you seems to have befriended some very strange animals at the crossroads. That they're sitting there trying to decide what direction they're going to go. You'd see that there's an elk that's sitting here next to them. There's a bear that's sitting here next to them. And probably most interesting is there's a giant lizard that you would probably recognize and you would probably recognize as well as being like subterranean animals that for the most part are like giant badgers and spend most of the time burrowing underground.
Some sort of lizard pangolin.
Truly,
Yeah.
yes. And he just seems to be sitting around there talking, I don't know which way to go now. My maps were in my briefcases.
You write this down in this book.
Hey, you need directions?
You all could offer directions if you would like. You probably have an extra map too.
Yeah, I'll offer directions.
Beautiful.
Not the map.
Not the map. You offer directions. Beautiful. Cool. And now we move from the Heartgrove Crossroads to the settlement of West Bindon. I need someone to make a survival check, please.
Victory.
You got this.
And just as a reminder, West Bindon is where a lot of the dwarves were.
27.
27.
Oh,
Okay, 27.
nicely
You all can
done.
mark down another level
We
of
are allergic to
knowledge.
dwarves.
Yeah,
We're not stopping.
We hide
I.
Enoch.
So
Yeah, Enoch's it's just like looking like longingly out towards the dwarves.
The only people that could probably teach you how to use that Frostbrand ore, but are also possibly your sworn enemies.
Classic.
I want to make just a quick side note. Karnath is coming along in his combat training.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it hasn't come up yet because you all haven't failed. I literally have this written in my notes. If you all were to roll like a 5 or less, we haven't even rolled a 10 or less at this point, Karnath will offer, if you all do really bad on a week, he'll offer to like help set up your camp and your tents and everything. He's trying to be as helpful as possible, but you all have been succeeding so much that he hasn't really needed to offer that. But just know he's trying to be very useful, and in this capacity has been going along with the training. All right, I need another survival roll as we arrive to the Emerald Falls.
Oh, yeah. I got a natural 20 plus 7 plus 4.
Wow.
31.
so that's absolute max.
Go ahead and add another week.
I feel like over 30 is too many.
This is already going to get wild.
I have finished a training.
All right. And you all arrive to the Emerald Falls. Are we? I didn't ask for West Bindon or the Heartgrove. Are we stopping at Emerald Falls?
Wait, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
We need-
And if we can take that lizard guy with us.
You-
Before.
You want to bring the lizard man?
If you want.
He's just a regular human. He had befriended a giant lizard.
Oh, we don't want the human.
Yeah, you want the giant
just the
lizard?
lizard.
Yeah,
The
it
giant
was written
lizard.
as David in my grimoire.
The giant lizard is remarkably interested in heading towards the
favorite
Heartgrove.
page.
Oh,
And,
okay.
we all skipped that as far as I
Oh,
know.
okay, never mind then.
All right, as you all arrive,
Sorry, David.
as you all arrive to
I'll never
the
know.
as you all arrive to the Emerald Falls, this is what you learn as you arrive here. And this time, if we do go around this, we'll start on this side and go around. But I don't know if it's going to happen because this one might be a little bit different. As you all arrive to the Emerald Falls, you learn that there is a prophet that has taken up residency here in the Emerald Falls. The prophet's name is Toby.
I scratch out David. Right, Toby.
They are a middle-aged male human with a Friar Tug haircut.
Hell yeah.
They have a following of about 36 individuals who claim to have been given visions of their past lives after bathing in the sphere pool at the roots of the great tree from which the waters of the Emerald Falls flow.
Enoch, you want
this-
to go laugh at the superstitious nonsense?
Well,
It's important to know that the trees in and around here all appear to be made of crystals. The reason this place is called the Emerald Falls is the main tree that is really atop the falls area looks to be made of emerald itself. The leaves of the tree look identical to the stone, the leaf that Echoina gave to you. And it's clear that it came off either this tree or a tree remarkably similar. But because of all of the light and how it casts from the trees, it makes the water itself looks like it is just actually moving, shimmering gemstones as they fall over. The roots of the giant emerald tree also cascade down the waterfall. So even though the pool is quite deep, the roots spread over the water. So whenever you walk across the roots, which you can, it will support you. You're probably only 6 inches to a foot in the water, but you can see that it goes down quite a ways. And Toby appears to be preaching.
it's magnificent.
What's
It's
he?
beautiful.
What's he saying?
Toby, for the most part, appears to be his big thing is that he and only he can unlock the power of your past lives. And to maximize this life, you need to know your past life.
Nim,
Yes.
cult or no cult?
It feels a little culty, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark this down as cult. We've seen
They're all
one.
wearing white robes.
Oh, major
Dead giveaway.
little tiny.
Stage 3.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Maybe we've been on the road too long. I'm not getting like really, really bad vibes.
I am kind
From
of
a guy
curious
named
about.
Toby in a white robe.
Sometimes that's how they get you the easiest.
Exactly.
I've never been got though.
Perhaps it's not a good idea, but I would like to speak to them.
Yeah, maybe Enoch can learn
Yeah,
something.
no, that
about
sounds
it.
like the
sounds
best
great.
option.
Yeah, for sure. Let's send the impressionable one.
And I push Enoch forward.
Just remember you're water resistant.
No, you can handle it.
In my past life, I was a lizard.
I've always been a lizard. I've never not been a lizard.
You were a lizard liver?
You were a horse for a second.
Enoch, you get pushed forward, and you stumble forward a little bit, and you can hear it seems like Toby is getting ready, is making his case to a number of other individuals here that are also, this is a beautiful tourist place that essentially like this shitty like makeshift priest and prophet is just set up shop, a little gift shop here, and a little bit of boxes and barrels for them to stand and preach on.
They have trinkets named.
Yeah, there's trinkets everywhere. And Toby is preaching, listen, brothers and sisters, you gotta listen to me. I can tell you, I can unlock your past lives. I can make sure that you can see, as they're pointing out to everyone, the power of the past is power for the future.
I'm sold.
You raise your hand. Oh! And it seems that we have somebody coming over to our side. Step forward, brother!
Salutations.
You watch as everyone opens their arms at the same time as you approach. Good.
I think name is correct.
Should we poke them with knives to see if they're snakes?
No, do
Could
not
you
dare interrupt
Please
this. This
tell
is
me
good
about
for me.
my past life.
Do you wish to bathe in the waters?
I will sink. Is that all right?
We have to sink into the past to understand the future.
I always speak in metaphor. It's perfect.
Somebody who's like remarkably close to you who also has their arms up. No, man, it's like impossible to sink here. There's like roots. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Bathe in the water, man. It's like tight.
All right, I will bathe in the water. Now?
There's no better time than now!
All right, well, here I go.
You
So
watch
I-
as everyone claps their hands together,
Oh
We're gonna
and you watch as they begin to jump to the left, jump to the right, back and forth, and begin to form a circle around you. Honestly, remarkably similar, yet dissimilar in some ways, as to some recent events that you all have gone through.
Yeah, I know. So I take off my, my top coat, and I just kind of like sit down.
My eyes are screaming like cult and trap, but my instincts just tell me, send Enoch in.
I'm suppressing a panic attack.
You see a number of there's one person.
pretty sure they're not innocent.
There's one person who's like standing behind a small little makeshift desk, and there's like selling trinkets and like handing out pamphlets to people who are obviously just here on vacation, right?
Can I take a pamphlet?
Of course, you can take a pamphlet.
Yeah.
You can definitely take a pamphlet.
What kind of trinkets?
There's a number of most of the trinkets themselves look like, to be very honest
I'll
with you,
take one of each.
you buy that.
God.
It's
And I
things
just
that they
go
have
from
found.
it to Nim's
Things that they have found around here.
It's trash. You love this.
And there's stuff like there's a stick, and it says used to be a cat, right? Like lots of shit like that.
I put it in my trinket
I have
pouch.
one of those. I want the
Yeah.
cat stick.
Yeah, here, I'll give you the cat stick and I take the trash.
Now, Enoch, you begin to sit
for
cross-legged in the waters of the Emerald Falls. It's a remarkably beautiful and serene scene. Besides the let's be clear, they are a cult. Right?
Yeah, we are.
Besides the cult that is here dancing around you.
A cult is just a religion, but not enough people.
And maybe
36.
one more. I have a very important question for you. Where is the gemstone leaf that Ekowina gave to you?
He is keeping it inside the bag of holding where he is keeping his forge equipment.
Beautiful. And you sit down, and nothing seems to happen. And this individual, Toby, walks over to you. And you watch as Toby puts their hand on your head, and they say, "Are you ready to unlock the power of the past? Do you willingly accept all the pain and trauma that it might unlock?
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
sure you wish to be welcomed to our family? Just do it!"
Teal what?
And plunges you into the water. And for a split second, absolutely nothing happens. And quickly following that, the essential magical bag of holding that you have erupts in an emerald light. Right? and it seems as if it is opening of its own accord.
No, shit.
And you watch, you are being held forcibly underwater by Toby. And as you begin to say, a number of the other friends all come over and form a circle around. And there's an interior circle and there's an exterior circle. And the exterior circle saying, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process, as more people hold Enoch underwater.
I can't drown.
Right.
They'll be fine.
They don't know that, but also good. Right. And
I'm here for a fun time. I'll also.
you can change if you want to into one.
Do you guys need volunteers to hold him?
Come on, brother. And everyone joins, and the entire cover, the surface of the water here begins to get this emerald green glow. And all of you can see this, even those that are participating in the drowning of Enoch, as it begins to spread up the falls, as if it is coursing through the roots of the tree. Drowning of Enoch, the rebirth of Enoch.
Episode title.
And it courses up the tree. And as it gets to the tree, you watch as the tree erupts in light. And what was trying to get out, the gem, the leaf, as it shoots away and returns back to the tree. And you probably wouldn't be able to see this, but everyone else would be like, oh my God, it's working. And as you all are having that same realization, you can actually see Toby going, oh my God. This has absolutely never happened. Absolutely never happened. And the beautiful thing about the way this mechanic is written is that it doesn't allow, it's not going to take you into a mind palace, Enoch, but it is being displayed on the surface of the water, the fall itself, and on the actual leaves of the tree and the tree itself. The entirety of the Emerald Falls has become essentially an IMAX movie theater, and it is about to show arguably one of the greatest films of our time.
Oh my God, there's Tross!
As Enoch, you
stole my shit.
Enoch,
Pop bones.
you are being drowned underwater, and the party, you will rely on the party to tell you everything that I am about to reveal. And I'm going to read straight from my notes. All of you would see an individual that looks a little bit like an Aragorn knockoff, but during the events at the end of the Return of the King, when he stepped into more of a regal disposition and stands among nobility. And it's important to note, there is also a soundtrack to this. It fully plays in an actual IMAX theater here at the Emerald Falls. And if they knew how to market this, an amazing location. And you can hear as they're talking to some individuals that this person, they introduce themselves as Kaiden Iro. Whether or not this is what passes across the screen itself, it passes across the screen itself, it would be 10 years pre-shifting. As you all would see, Kaiden Iro convincing the Archmagi / the Magus Imperator of Archaea to explore research tapping into the Mana Springs and the ley nexus points. The fonts of weave connected via the ley lines. These are essentially mana-rich veins which provide access to the raw prima nexus. Then you'd see another title card flash by that would say 2 years pre-shifting. And you would see that the research comes to a standstill. With the current technology, their access to the Mana Springs and the ley nexus points can only go so far. While the findings are great and the people of the world are able to enjoy magitech of increased value, the likes of which they've never experienced before, Kaiden Iro whispers continually into the ear of the Archmagi, the Magus Imperator of Archaea, deeper, you deserve more, push harder, and begins to plant the seeds for an idea that they call the Primal Harmonizer, a device capable of translating the ambient voice of the planet and harmonizing with her song, disrupting the perceived barriers preventing this further research. A lot of the researchers that you see in this movie that you're watching all look remarkably concerned. This is the part in the movie where somebody's come in and said, we gotta push harder. And the researcher's like, sir, well, we can't. Damn it, get it done. As this person is continuing to push this on and on and on. And things begin to get out of reach, but if they could just hone in on the correct frequency, they could pierce the veil between mortals and the gods, tapping into the raw magics of the Astra, of the seeds of creation, as Kaiden Iro calls it. 1 year pre-shifting flashes across the screen. Kaiden Ero continues to corrupt the Magus Imperator, explaining that these limits were put in place by Frith, the prime divine of balance, in an attempt to keep mortal kind shackled to mediocrity, as he calls it. Explains that if we were to get rid of Frith from the equation, we'd probably be able to do a lot more. Think of all the good we could do. You could become powerful beyond your wildest dreams. You could become gods in your own right. And so Kaiden Ero says, I know this guy named Hermes Trismegistus. As we move on now to one Hermes Trismegistus being brought onto the project and entering into the scene, there's a lot of people, they're all just like sitting there watching this. A couple people were obviously just tourists. Is this like part of the show? Yeah. Much of the work had already been done on the Primal Harmonizer. The reason they brought in Hermes was because Hermes and their work was spirit tuning research. Hermes was the developer and lead researcher for all things Soulforge, having created the laws by which the Forged operate, and having further expanded their work into the concepts of what it means to have infinite energy, weave manipulation, and soul bonding as well. That's why they brought Hermes into this. Hermes is eventually convinced of the value of this project and aids in the enhancing of the Primal Harmonizer. They design a device capable of capturing, sealing, and then utilizing the powers of Frith, the god of balance, as a means to channel energy from the planet itself. Another title card passes by, The Shifting. The demonstration is projected live across the world for all the great cities to see. In fact, Nim, you'd recognize this. It looks remarkably similar to what you experienced and what you witnessed. Kaiden Ero is present in the ancient city of Archaeith to bear witness to these events, knowing full well that the capturing of the God of Balance and tapping into the Prima Essence would directly result in a breaking of the Primal Accords and unleash the wrath of the Primordial Titans. Kaiden Ero is intentionally present here so they can be seen to perish during the shifting. Hermes, realizing the errors of his way, attempts to run and turn off the machine, but is unable to do so. What's been opened cannot be closed. Instead, they rush back to their personal lab to see if they have anything there that they can aid, assist, and try to prevent further calamity and to rescue their family. They find that even though they had just witnessed Kaiden Ero perishing during the events of the shifting, Kaiden Ero is present in their lab, and we would all watch as Kaiden Ero kills one Hermes Trismegistus. Being the maker of the Soul Forged, Hermes had a contingency plan, and you all could watch a physical representation of Hermes' soul getting sucked into one of the constructs there in the space, which you all would recognize as the exact same construct and chassis that stands here, being drowned underwater, one Enoch. You would see that they essentially load up the chassis, the carapace, the body of Enoch, and have them escorted out of the city for further incapacitation. And from that point on, we don't really see much of the body that we know to be Enoch. What we do see is Kaiden Ero assuming the guise of Hermes Trismegistus, becoming Hermes, and then going to find Hermes' wife, Talia, and his son, Himmel, saving them, protecting them, and continuing to raise them as his own family.
That fucker.
Oh my god.
I'm such a dick.
And then it says post-shifting. What happens next? Over the next 25 years, it gets fast-tracked. Kaiden Ero poses as Hermes and continues to serve as an advisor to the Magus Imperator of Archaeith, who survived, unlike some of the others, convincing him that they were betrayed by Kaiden Ero as Hermes. The only thing they can do now is protect the people within the city. In reality, Kaiden Ero, who's pretending to be Hermes Trismegistus, was slowly siphoning off the power of Frith from the device that the real Hermes had created for them in an attempt, I'll stop there, to siphon off the raw natural magics released by the shifting in order to prepare for their final ritual. There is a dissonance. There is something, it looks like something or someone is trying to prevent the next piece of information from being revealed. And I am going to allow this to happen. It is clear, based on everything you all have done so far, that an entity has just entered this space. Something else is here. And I need some type of role. I need some type of dice-based skill or some type of force of action or nature to see if you can overpower the will that has just entered into the space. Otherwise, I am not going to read this next pivotal paragraph.
Do I recognize the feeling of this entity?
Those of you, valid.
Yeah.
Those of you that have been touched by Gasigian may make this roll with advantage.
Yeah.
But only one person can make the roll.
Can I do perception?
You all need to decide.
Ooh, only one?
Only one. Okay.
I've got a +7 to perception.
I have a +8.
But this is how we
That's it.
capture him, right?
Oh.
Like, yeah.
This is essentially how you force of will either protect Enoch, allow this to continue or happen, or to otherwise exert your dominance or control over this space, bounding
Tireless.
together in the power of friendship, etc.
Okay.
I will use persuasion.
Sweet.
That
Yeah,
feels
yeah,
Okay,
more fitting.
you make it with advantage because you've experienced Gasigian before.
27.
That's a big number.
That will in fact beat the DC that I have created.
Oh, yeah.
And you watch as the warbling subsides, and there is clearly something that was not intended to be shown. But the beautiful thing about the object that Ekowina gave, it wasn't necessarily Enoch's memory. It was the raw memory of the planet, and the planet doesn't forget. It is clear that the ultimate plan of Gasigian was to banish the other gods along with the primordials from the planet, to send them back to the Astra from where they originated, leaving himself to be the sole deity of the world for them to shape alone. There is no doubt about that being Gasigian's true plan with how they had set all this into motion in this place. Over the next 23 to 24 years, Kaiden Arrow as Hermes, now much older, looking as if they've aged like Hermes would have aged, has gained much trust of the people of Archaea, as well as the remaining leaders, and convinces them to shut their gates to any outsiders. He offers them a ritual that he promises will relieve them of the burden of the Scourge for good. He calls this, as Hermes, the Ark Project, the ethereal reticulating citadel. Later, people would lose the true meaning of this and just call them Ark Cities, even though originally it was with a C. The ritual will take 1 year to complete, upon the end of which his plan is to banish the other gods and become a sole god of this planet. However, the final scene of this movie, the ritual is interrupted by a ragtag team of rebels who all die in the process. It's,
Hey, look, there's us.
interestingly enough, it's not you.
Oh, whoa.
There is no timey-wimey bullshit happening here.
Okay.
It is a group of random individuals that you watch lay their life on the line. And because of their intervention, you watch as he was only able to accomplish was a tethering of the ley lines of the planet and sending the cities into the sky. While the ritual failed, 4 of the 5 points needed for the ritual circle remained stationary, while the 5th nexus point for the ritual circle is the floating city of Archaea, which travels the world on the 25-year cycle. But, eventually, if and when there's enough mana collected by the Eternal Capital and it once again returns to its point of origin, it could theoretically be possible that the ritual could be completed at a later time.
Sick. Cool.
Like today.
A couple of years, yeah.
Wait, so fucked.
We're so fucked.
Oh, Jabana was right.
There's an end credit scene.
What?
It's a tie into the sequel.
It scrolls Hermes Trismegistus as Hermes Trismegistus, and then it also has Kaiden Ero as Hermes Trismegistus.
Gasigian as kind of hero.
As everyone.
So, is it made clear to us that Kaiden was Gasigian?
Absolutely not.
Oh, got it.
Who the hell was that?
I know.
You all as players have learned much tonight. But your character's like, who is that bastard?
Yeah.
So glad I'm not a part of this prophecy.
Sorry,
I
Joe.
owe somebody an
You got Sauron.
Yeah. Totally so hard.
And it seems as if Toby has forgotten that they're drowning you because they've been watching this as well.
Wait, Enoch hasn't been watching this?
Enoch's been held
Under the
underwater
water.
the entire time.
Usually.
And finally somebody was like, oh God, it's over! Ah! And they run over and pull Enoch out of the water. And luckily, Enoch can't drown. And where I think we end tonight's session is with Toby's hand still on your forehead, Enoch coming back up out of the water, and everyone looking away from the screen that was the Emerald Falls over to Enoch with the information that they've just learned. And to make it clear, this Kaiden Eero guy definitely looks like a knockoff version of Aragorn. He definitely seems to have been around for a while, 10 years at least, prior to the shifting. And then also quite clearly changed their form and changed their shape to perfectly mimic that of Hermes Trismegistus and lived out their days after seemingly dying on camera. It's a lot to unpack.
Some sort of doppel.
Like some sort of doppel.
Not another one.
And it's important as I challenge you all. Icarus has some key information that you all will need.
And a time to keep. A good schedule.
And Icarus is gonna be late. So I can't wait to see how you all unpack and interpret your own version of this information over the next month and a half that you're waiting for Icarus. Stay tuned next time for the Shifting Realms when we find out what are we gonna do with this information. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See you later.
Bye.
See ya.